Yo, yo, yo. Oh, man. Whoa, what the fuck was that? That was my water. Good morning, King Carnage. Good morning, Optioneer. Good morning, Green Candlestick, SF. Slade One Style, good morning. Garden Trader, good morning. My bad, I'll join the Discord too, because I know some people hate watching it on YouTube. There we go. Alright, I'm streaming on Discord as well, so feel free to watch that on whatever you want. Hold up. I gotta send out one thing. Apply. Alright. So, we're going to be starting at about 597.20s, which puts us just a little bit above the previous day control point. So, everybody, question time. If we start above previous day open and previous day control point, are we more bullish than bearish or more bearish than bullish? Just based off that alone, you tell me. Exactly, we're more bullish. Now, what would invalidate that? And I want to see somebody give me a really good answer here based off what you see on my screen right here. Is this full screen? Yeah, it is. Not just, you know, being above this being more bullish than bearish, but what would flip that for us short term? And don't just say the previous day control point. We have another level right there. Market opens in under a minute from now. Any second. I didn't see the seconds. In 25 seconds. Nobody has an answer? Alright, well, we'd be more bullish because we're starting above this, but what would invalidate us is not just breaking back under this. This would just give us early context that sellers are trying to be more present again, but it would be a break under 595.60s. Would kind of give us that short-term pullback, and then you could see what would really put the nail in the coffin, 593s. So, yeah, pretty easy plan, honestly. If anybody's confused, please ask. Don't just sit there and be confused. Well, yes, that is how we would see bearish pressure. Yes, I was meaning where on the chart. I'm done with this generalized talking with you guys. If you guys want to grow, I'm going to need to hear actual levels from you guys from now on. If I do it, I don't know why you aren't, you know? Good morning, Dr. J. Good morning, VC. This short-term game plan is we're already kind of bullish. We can see that we're above previous day control point. We're above previous day open. The only thing above our head right now is 598.20 and previous day highs, 600s, all that good stuff. And sorry, good morning to anybody on Discord as well. Garden, Ron, and Spicy Pepper, good to see you. I'm gonna have both open today again. That wasn't too bad reading both at the same time. I will say this though, it is impossible for me to post text, like post in the Discord while I'm streaming though, because I'm reading both, I'm switching between both. It's actually impossible. So if you guys could do some of your posting in the Discord, so I can see, because I know you can't post charts on YouTube, which is honestly kind of stupid. I wish we could post pictures on YouTube, because that would be sick. Then we could just all post in one single thing. But if you guys have any posts or any updates, drop them in there as well. I'll be looking at them. I'll be reading them. Good morning. Good morning. Great morning. kind of another weird week though. Again, kind of coming off the back end of that half week that was in 2024. Half of it was in this year. And then this week, we get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday being closed. Friday probably going to be a little weird too. Not talking price action, just mean like volume wise, probably going to be a little weird. A lot of the times we follow those weird just days that just we don't have a market on, and we still have, it kind of wedges a day in between that holiday and the weekend. So sometimes this happens on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Again, this week it's happening on a Thursday. It kind of ruins that Monday or that Friday, the day that's getting wedged in between everything. Now, that's not to say nothing can happen. I mean, they could have a great day Friday. Is not saying that at all. But just high probability that we probably don't have the greatest of days on Friday. So, again, that Thursday kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Next week, we have a full week with, I'm pretty sure we don't have any closed days on that day. By the way, guys, we are looking pretty weak in the first few minutes. We haven't really moved up at all. Trying to break under current day open. Now, this doesn't scream, hey, let me jump into puts, because what do we not do the first 10, 15 minutes of the day? We don't really trade that much. So what are we looking for? Signs to give us early context. What are we breaking right now? What are we holding right now? You know, you need to go over this stuff as it's happening, post it, say it, so you remember it. Nvidia selling a bit, good update. We are under current day open on SPY. And I think I'm about to run through the weights real quick. We'll leave this chart on for a second. I'm going to switch through this one. But I want to see what's up. Alright, so here is tech. Tech is pulling back pretty significantly. But no real big levels lost just yet. Banks, very indecisive at the open. Discretionary actually trying to move up from the open. Same for healthcare. And same for comm. So, definitely a big hit from the tech sector. But like I said, not really breaking anything significant yet. It's just kind of from the open, so it looks a little scary. Especially probably on my chart, because we don't have pre-market on right now, so it probably even looks even worse. But it's really not breaking that much. Like, it's like this. Like, yeah, we got a big scary red candle, but I mean, it didn't really break anything yet. So that's what's interesting. A little bit of early context on sellers being here. Let's go through a couple charts real quick. Actually, these all look like shit. We'll come check these out in a minute. So we're pulling back down to that previous day control point. Keep that in mind. Again, wouldn't be surprised if we just bounced off this. If we dipped a little bit below it, hit previous day open, wouldn't be that surprised either. And that's kind of why I started off this stream mentioning this level as well, because I'm not just looking at this. You know, if you're someone who's starting the day off and you're like buying calls above this, shorting below this, you are using the levels wrong. You're not using them correctly. You haven't been using them correctly in a long time. Yes, we are looking above this. Yes, we are looking above this, but we're not looking to short below this just yet. Yes, this does flip our opinions, but we have so many other important levels so close by, we might as well just wait till the better level breaks. Am I right? Why would I want to trade all the junk in between? I don't. So we're going to remain bullish above this orange line. We're just nothing in between here. You and me, we're limbo between here. We just don't feel anything in between this. Bullish or bearish, right? I can sense a little bit better bearish momentum from here. And we can take any context from here. If we get lower highs in here before it breaks down, I'm going to note that. If we get higher lows holding this before we break back up, I'm going to note that. You know, it's not going to be something that I just leave alone. So even if I'm not using it to necessarily take my trade, you're going to be using that information later on to maybe push you into a trade. You know, maybe it's just kind of like a key factor on top of everything else you're using. But be very careful, because if we do break previous day control point, we probably will just dump straight to 595.60 on the first break. But after that, I can't sit here and tell you that we're just going to keep dumping or that we are going to hold. It's a pretty 50-50 move if we break that orange level to 595.60. So keep that in mind. A lot of ranting already, but I just want to make sure all my thoughts are out there so we're all in understanding of what the hell to expect. Because it can be a little weird to use the levels, any level system, when you have so many around your screen. But I mean, these are beautifully spaced out for us today, so there's no reason to complain. But thank you guys for the likes on the stream. Be sure to thumbs up if you haven't already. Definitely helps out the channel a ton. I'm actually supposed to reshare the link because I think I shared the wrong link on Twitter because I don't know, YouTube sucks. The stream like crashed. I think I had to change the stream key or something. So I changed that and then it instantly worked. So I'm assuming that was what was wrong. But yeah, if you guys could share the link around, that would help. I think I sent the wrong one around, so I don't even know if some people are going to see it or not. So far, we are getting a little bit of a bounce off of this previous day control point. Again, we are kind of mega bullish from here. Any short-term breaks will most likely lead to 595.60 on the first move. After that, we just finished kind of breaking that down. Really looking for better seller moves under 595.60s and a little bit of that previous day close. And really, the ultimate level that we want to see break for sellers would be 593s. So we're really not that close to a better bearish level. These would be really good scalp levels for downside movement here and here, but nothing really big beyond that yet until we get more info. Yo, what's up, Andrew? How you doing? I am sniffling all over the place right now. It's pretty bad. I don't know, I get like sniffly in the morning. My nose is all fucked up. You're in the office today? Damn. Well, I hope you have a great day at work, man. I'll probably stream to lunchtime. Not like yesterday, though. Yesterday, we went a little overboard. I went back and watched this stream because I had to hear how loud my voice was, which I was happy that it was loud enough. By the way, we are breaking previous day control point on this 1-minute candle and 5-minute candle. No close under it just yet, but pretty nice push so far. Like I said, the first break of that level will most likely lead to a dump to that next level. But anything past that, you know, it holding it or breaking that, we really don't know anything yet. Now, this is good early context, though. We opened higher and have just pulled back, really. I haven't really seen anything from the bulls that's screaming out to me that they're trying to hold yet. I mean, this was kind of nice at first, but one touch isn't going to do shit, especially on the 5-minute when we haven't really done anything on the 5-minute. We just dumped on the 5-minute. So, is this about to be a liquidity grab? Are we about to retake this in the very next candle? Are we about to retest this and move away from this? I'm not seeing my favorite type of retest, which is the midterm retest, but we'll see. I'm not sick. I told you, when I wake up, when I'm like in the morning time, I just have like a runny nose. I'll be fine in like 20 minutes from now. I don't know why it does that. My mom's weird too. Whenever she finishes eating, her nose will get all weird. It's like, what the hell? Every time, I shit you not, every time we finish eating, if I ever eat with her, her nose runs like the next minute after we finish eating. It's like, there's something wrong with us. 596.39 half gap fib. Yeah, that's again kind of why I'm not even watching that stuff. Like, if you look at that level, it's in between my dead zone. Like, this is a legit dead zone. Besides the first move, in my opinion, the first move's most of the time pretty clean. Like, this is either going to be a bearish retest or it's going to be a bullish retake. It's going to tell you that right now. Whenever this 5-minute candle finishes. But it might happen on the 1-minute. They just do it during that 5-minute candle. So watch this chart as well, just in case. Oh shit, is the music too loud? I think I fixed the... Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that is definitely way too loud. You're a liar if you're saying no, it isn't. I have to always adjust my legit audio thing, and then I forget to do it when I start watching videos or watch something on my computer. And then I'm like, why is my shit so quiet? And then when I start streaming, I'm like, damn, it's all too loud. Constantly switching it back and forth. Alright, a minute. Or 2 minutes till this 5 minute candle's done. On the 1 minute, we are slightly retaking, but nothing crazy yet. My girlfriend has the same thing, but her nose be sprinting. Close to open gap. Fib hit the GP and bouncing. Like, is anybody posting this in chat? Is anybody posting this gap fib? Are we just gonna leave this up to Leland every day? We should have some people posting that. I see Leland. I see Garden Trader. That's all I see. Well, what did Rob post? Oh, that was funny last night. I was I went into chat and I saw he posted that link for the thing, but I clicked it and his was like crashing for mine. So I went to YouTube and I like got the same exact stream. I got a different link, and I sent it in the chat. It was the Nvidia keynote thing. I think it was kind of cool. No, Adam, I'm talking about Discord. I was kind of referring to my conversation from earlier. If you don't know what I mean, it's okay. I was just saying we need to be having like people posting this on their own in chat, because it's good practice. Like if you're gonna sit here, like when you go practice a sport, you don't just like sit here and watch somebody else do it the whole time. Like you go through the reps yourself too, because you got to kind of get into the motion to understand what you're doing. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying chat in general. I'm not individually targeting anybody. By the way, we did a liquidity grab. That 5 minute candle closed back over exactly as I explained. Now the question is, will it hold? So if you get a push into current day open or over current day open, that's a very good sign that buyers are trying to keep this going. But this is a good sign if we do keep going. So if we end up pushing over this and over the next level, it's a beautiful sign here, because this tells us there's a lot of energy made here for the bulls. It's beautiful. Now, if this ends up breaking back down, it gets a little hairier than that, and that's why I said the first move is normally your clean move. And that's again kind of why I've been using like the whole method of like, well, I have a level literally right here, like I'm just going to use that. I know the gap fibs are right here, but that means nothing to me if I have a level right here, you know. So it's like, might as well just use that level and then use that level, and that's it. Everything else, just ignore it. And then use your outside levels too. If you have like a target outside of that, you know, don't ignore it. Like gap fibs are not hard to draw, you know. We should see more of you guys posting that. I saw Adam post his in chat too just now. You had your coffee now. Lag to death. You talking about this bounce right here? I believe chat said it bounced off the golden pocket of the gap up. But no, there's no emerging candle there. This is just the halfway point of yesterday, this orange line here. And I assume these are emerging candles or halfway points of the bigger time frame. I don't have anything else special on here. I think I am going to bump this chart over a hair. Just watching, no trades yet. Yeah, I like this liquidity grab so far here on the 1 minute and 5 minute, but now we want to just see this hold. And if that even happens, then we can maybe get some good short-term bullish play into here. I'm kind of liking this for short-term bullish play to current day open. If we can get that push over current open, runners can make it to the next area. Kind of liking that on the 1 minute. 5 minutes still shaping up. If we lose 596.65 again, though, that's definitely going to be a little weird, a little awkward. And that might actually lead it to break down again if the liquidity grab doesn't even hold. So that will be interesting, and we'll see. F them red candles. That was the first message I see looking back into chat. F them red candles. Watching J&J, Moderna at the moment, XLV bullish intraday. Yeah, I saw they were kicking ass earlier when I checked them. Here, we can check the sectors one more time real quick. This is before this pretends to break down. Yeah, tech still not looking too shabby. They went all the way under previous day close when they did that move. But good hold so far of that previous day close. Just, again, we're kind of under current day open, so it's not really anything hot on that chart. Ooh, banks pulled back from open. That first candle wasn't looking too shabby, but this that isn't helping. Discretionary pulling back as well. Shit, healthcare is the only... comms is going up. But, I mean, these aren't like anything special, you know? Only these two by themselves isn't really helping anything. They need something else. Okay, that's why we're very indecisive right here. It's just a lot of balancing of the sectors. You can see these are the three problem childs right now. We got discretionary. They're kind of pulling back a little bit. They pulled back a lot. But, again, they haven't really broken anything significant, though. That's the thing. That's what's weird. I don't know. Keep an eye on those sectors. If you just spam through those or keep them on another screen or something, that'll definitely help out. I'm only using 2 monitors right now. Pretty big decision being made here at previous day control point. Oh, that's why he said bird flu. I was like, what is he about to say in here? Jay made a bag on Moderna, I see. Now it makes sense. He said 0 logic, 0 sense, 100% gambling. At least he's being honest, but still, yeah. Like Andrew said, still deserves the win. You still had the balls to get into the play. I'm listening. How was everyone's Monday evening? How was everyone after the stream? Anybody go out and party? You slept. You geeked out on the Nvidia presentation, bro. Same. I was sitting there with my blanket watching the Nvidia keynote. About 7 minutes. No, sorry, 6 minutes 15 seconds until 9 o'clock, which that will mark your first 30 minutes of the day being up. So far, we've had a pretty decent pullback into the previous day close, previous day control point, the 50%. Retook it, got a higher low of it so far. We even pushed a smaller high above this high right here, so that does show us bulls are a lot more present. But no real movement beyond that yet. So, I mean, it's just a show of hands, I guess, so far. And then you can see here on the 5 minute, just a nice little wick up. So, pretty interesting battle over this halfway point of our previous day. You studied? Watched Blink Twice, the movie. Blink Twice? That's the name of the movie? It's insane? Okay. I'll have to check it out. You're struggling, Leland? Or you're just talking about price action? I just asked how everyone was doing, so that's why I'm confused. Oh, price. Yeah. Those wicks are making me feel like we'll push through current day open on triple Q, that is. Yeah, I mean, we should push up with how this looks on the 1 minute. But like I said, any break again under that orange level, and it does kind of bring a cause for concern. It's like, oh shit, why are we breaking this again? Which will most likely bring that test down to 595.60. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, no, it should go up from here based on this higher low here, but we are under current day open. So it's kind of a battle between a lot of important levels right now. It's just really awkward. That's why I haven't really been sitting here like, oh, it's super bullish here, it's super bearish here. I'm just kind of saying, yeah, it's pretty much bullish as long as it holds this, but we need to get some progression, damn it. You know, all we've gotten is a push, a retake, and another higher low. It's like, okay, can we get a follow-up, like, impulse move that actually moves up a little bit? Because the reason it's awkward is because we're under current open. It's not even the fact that we're under the highs or we're under this. Like, no, we did good breaking this. It's the fact that this move didn't even make it to here how it should. So that is a little bit of a cause for concern for me. You're going to wait till after 10 anyway. Totally fine. Howdy, amigos. What's up, Matty Ice? How you doing? How you doing, brother? Three minutes before 9 o'clock. And they are trying to push through that halfway point of previous day right now again. Doing good. Forgot about my Rivian swing. Just sold for 60%. Good shit, dude. Nvidia below previous day low and selling. Good call out, Adam. And yeah, probably a good time to recheck those sectors here at the 9 o'clock mark here in a minute. Nasty candle on Nvidia daily already. Geez, I timed that sell to an effing T. Now to see how long AMD stays green. Really holding the market down, moving fast. Sheesh. Here, I'll come check out some of those other charts y'all are talking about. So here's triple Q. IWM, nothing crazy there really. Bitcoin's still above 100K even with that pullback. And the dollar not really getting any movement yet, but I don't think that session is hit yet. But what I was trying to go to is the XLK, or the XLs. Hold up. I clicked the wrong watch list. There we go. So XLs, a little bit of a struggle there, you can see. We saw our bank struggle, but they haven't struggled anymore from when we last talked about them. Discretionary really didn't pull down that much more. Healthcare has continued to shoot through the roof. And comms actually have done really well too. So I think that's why this hasn't hurt this chart a lot more. Is because there actually is some defiance in other sectors right now. But do those sectors keep up? We don't know, you know? Pretty quick dip, like I said. If we ever do get that really nice hold under that, we'll probably dump straight to that, and we did just now. So, do we continue? Do we push through previous day close? Who knows? But data's coming out right at the 10 o'clock mark, 9 o'clock mark for me, 10 o'clock mark for Eastern Standard Time. Does this continue? What kind of studies do I use? Whatever you see on my screen is what I'm using. I have a couple pieces of data up here, but it's nothing that special. It's just telling me numbers that I don't feel like looking for instantly. Pretty good push under the previous day control point. Even a nice break of the next level. Let's see if they continue on from there. Damn, dude, my contract is flying. Yeah, I got out. Let's go. I'm going to get in again if we break 593s. Good shit. If anybody's been paying attention throughout my updates this morning, I've been kind of pointing out where I'm bullish and bearish from. Was looking for an extended move under the 595.60s, not just the orange level, but really nice to see that happen too. Let's see, what did I even fill at? Damn, okay, I got about 40%. That's not bad. And trade review posted. We're done. Alright, see you guys later. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. And why did we sell, even though it could have kept selling, guys? Why did we sell? Can anybody tell me? There's a couple indications on my screen that are giving you the answer. Yeah, back to Sons of Anarchy. See you later. Yes, the previous day lows. Also, if you've been paying attention in chat, I also have this demand drawn still. Well, not demand. It's the area that we drew yesterday. I don't know why I can't speak right now. But yes, the previous day low. It's like, why would I ignore this left side chart? Like, even if I don't see these arrows here that I think I put those last night or this morning. I can't remember. But it's just like, why would you ignore previous day low? Sometimes this is a barrier level. Like, even if it does continue right here, who gives a shit? You know, we can catch another trade under 593s, you know, the extent of that area. So, it's just, if you have an area there, don't ignore it. You know, it's really that easy. I'm not saying the trade is going to be easy. You know, so you don't always get a fucking instant dump like that. Sometimes it takes its sweet ass time, and then it kind of chews you out of it, and maybe you get just a small gain or a small loss because you managed it differently. You know, it's just like, it's about what they give you, but you got to trade it the same way every single time. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Also, Leland, have you seen this chart with just gap fibs? I was doing this last night and this morning. I was really bored. And it's actually a pretty crazy looking chart. Because there's... I'll just show it in a minute, but there's a... I mean, you know, you've seen the chart a billion times probably, but there's the gap down from a green candle to a red candle, and it's really tiny, so you could draw that fib, and it's like the highs of yesterday. It ends up lining up like right here and right here. It hits it like perfectly in the range. And then there's the other overnight gap fib, which is this one, and then there's the other gap fib. There's another one over here somewhere from the other day. It was like a red to green candle or red to red. I can't remember. But those levels line up at the kind of low right here, and then there's another one that's like kind of right here. So there's like a bunch of gap fibs that hold right here, and then there's another one that's like right here where this projected. So we're pretty much sitting between a gap fib and a gap fib, and this is like, if I don't have the other fib drawn yet because I was wanting to see the math of like from one fib to the next, where is this right now? Which right now we're probably under it, but I would say the halfway point of everything out of all that, which is kind of crazy to think about, it's like a halfway point of a halfway point of a halfway point. It's probably somewhere about where current price is right now. It's probably somewhere around here. So it's a pretty important area right here. So I just left that gap fib on. But yeah, there's a crazy version of this chart that just has gap fibs, and it's insanely accurate. You could just draw gap fibs and halfway points, and you'd be solid. It's crazy how like minimalistic you could be with this, which is super cool because like I feel like I'm that way some days, and then some days I just don't care. Like I don't care how many levels I have, but some days I want to have less. You know, less is sometimes more. Which I know you know that. I'm just speaking out of my ass. Yo, what's up, Sinful? We just took a scalp, bud. Or I did. I don't know about everybody else. Funny you bring that up as I was typing it. Everyone can relax now. Sinful's here. That's where I'm at, is few levels to focus on, the better for me. Like, honestly, the best thing you can do each and every day is just like, I mean, if you are trying to trade every other day, or whatever days you trade, it's really good to do like a quick maintenance of the chart, like delete everything, redo it, and really remind yourself, why am I drawing this? And then you remember it going into whatever day you're trying to trade it, because you have less levels instead of, oh, these are all emergings, and because like even right now, my chart's really not that clustered, so it's okay now, but in some areas of the chart, if I see a bunch of them, like right here, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not just using this or just that. I'm using literally both. You know, so that's not a bad example, but some examples is going to be like 5-6 levels in the same dollar, and it's like, well, fuck, I'm not trading that. Like, so it can be a sign as I'm not trading that, or let me redraw this and see if I can get less info, and then try to use the fullest extent or the outer extents of that, the extremities of that plan, and then you can get a better idea going. And guys, we went all the way down to 593. We're going to see if we can break 593s. If we do, this is a lot more bearish than we first saw. Us breaking this is just an alright sign. Us breaking this, okay, cool. But us breaking previous day low and 593s, that would definitely be a red flag for more sellers. So you should be in a very bearish mindset if we break this. Also, we can go and check in a couple minutes and see what is causing this. I think a lot of you guys have already pointed this out, not just from PMI and the news coming out this morning at the 9 o'clock mark, 10 o'clock mark EST. We're also weights. You know, we had weights literally selling off this morning. So it's not like us getting that news was the first sign of, oh my God, I think we're going to drop today. No, the first sign was us seeing those weights get weak. That was literally the reason we were up. So if they're going to fall, they're probably going to be the reason we pull back a little bit. So we'll see if that continues or not. And I hope that shit makes sense, because it's very important. You should understand the weights. I go over the weights a ton in here. If anybody has any questions on any of that stuff, towards the end of this stream, going into lunchtime, we'll go over some stuff if you guys want. But for now, let's just stick to updates, and then we'll go over that stuff whenever. But yeah, if you have any questions, try to save them. We'll go over it. It's my birthday. Send me a Bitcoin. Green stick. It's good seeing Jack in the chat. As soon as Jack joined the chat, the viewers just like shot up, dude. I don't know what it was. Make sure to drop a like on today's stream, guys. You won't be able to focus today. Work is crazy. At least got some earlier this AM. Yeah, I'm glad you got a little bit of action this morning so you could not be as screwed. My bad, Leland. You tagged me in Discord. Yeah, I don't know if you were in stream or not, but I was actually... Oh, wait, no, this was the other one. Oh, you did draw it. Okay. Yeah. So that one, and then there's the other gap to the left, and then there's the one we did the other day. If you have all of those drawn, the past couple days have actually been, like, perfectly smack dab between them. The fibs of those gaps, and it's been just... I don't know. I was just randomly drawing it for fun. It was just to test some stuff, and it was really clean looking. I have it on my other screen. Here, we'll just switch to it now. Fuck. Here it is. Less is less. This is what all those gap fibs look like. Which, this isn't what I was talking about. Today, it just looks alright. But this is what was cool. It's like, we literally used it to hold the outer... this is what I'm talking about, the extremities. This would be an extremity, the outer extent of it, right here and right here. So the fact we held it and hit it, we're just trading in between extremities right now, which is really cool. So, pretty big chance we go down to whatever that is. 592-ish. About 592. But yeah, different chart, just kind of testing some stuff. It was kind of fun. Just, like I said, less is less. Like, that's what the chart is. Just looking at less, I just want to see what it looks like. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not until I look at it. Pretty good loss here on the 1 minute. You can see here on the 5 minute, though, we're just wicking it. No, nothing to be scared of quite yet. So guys, if we don't lose this level, after I just explained how we're a lot more bearish if we do, Do we just suddenly become more bullish? No, we need to see a retake of the top of this area. We're not just using 593. We're using these two levels together. It's kind of like another dead zone. We were like, we don't like this. Like, we don't like this either. But pretty good chance we dip if we lose 593s. If we end up retaking, we'll probably go up to the 50% of this latest dip. So if you go from the high right here all the way down to this low, we'll probably go to 595. If we go above 593.65 here. So about a room for about $1.35 for a passive move up if we crack above 593.65. If we end up breaking under 593, we're probably going down to the close of that candle, probably hitting this level. I can see it wicking hitting that. And if the momentum of other sectors selling off picks up during all that, we probably will see the lower part of the chart today. Not just under 590, but probably into the higher 580s. So keep those two scenarios in mind. That's it right in front of us. I mean, besides us doing absolutely nothing, those are the main two scenarios to look out for right here. Leland, feel free to auto-correct me if anything was wrong there, but that sounded pretty on. Wait, Kali, did I ever answer your question earlier? You asked, the lines you have in the chart, is that high and low of day? My bad, I didn't even see that question. No, some of these levels are emerging candles, which is just some random thing we came up with a few years ago. It's just a consistent way to draw the exact same levels over and over again. But we have a bunch of different things you can do. It really just depends on personal preference, like I was explaining. Like I'm kind of leaning towards Leland style now, where I used to use as many levels as I could, and it's okay if you do. There's a few people in chat that use even more levels than I do, and it honestly impresses me every time. Like I think at first when those people hear me say that kind of thing, they're like, "Oh fuck, am I messing up?" It's like, no, you're not messing up. You're just doing it differently than me, and I find it interesting. Like there's nothing wrong or right about that. It's cool. I think it's interesting. So I think it's pretty cool when you see people do that. But like Leland, let me finish up my thought. Like leaning towards Leland's kind of thing is like you're still using the same info. It's just you're able to get it a different way. So you're not having to draw as many levels. And it's like some of those charts you saw them say less is less. Like it's just me kind of testing it myself. Some days I do it, some days I don't. Some days I want to see every level I possibly can because I don't like how they're spaced out. Some days I just don't care and I want to just see just the most important levels, and sometimes it's cool to see that. Sometimes it's good to have both prepared and then kind of flipping back and forth between them to kind of remind yourself what's all where, you know. But guys, we are rejecting 593.65, potentially losing 593s. I can tell you've been doing this for a long time. Do you offer personal coaching? No, I do not do coaching anymore. We're not doing that because it just takes up too much energy. So we're just going to do the streams and the Discord stuff and just keep rolling from there. It's kind of like group coaching, but I don't like to be called a coach or anything like that because it sounds fucking weird. I treat my people as equals. I don't talk down to my people when I do that. My people. We're a race now, my people. Coaching fee is 1 Bitcoin, yeah. 1 whole Bitcoin. But yeah, I've honestly just been kind of keeping everything group open. So if anybody's trying to learn, we just do it in the group as a whole. If I have to repeat or go over something, that's fine. As long as it isn't like something we're repeating ourselves over and over and over again. I wanted to short at the test a previous day low and missed it, and now suffering FOMO. Do not chase. But what's the plan, though, Dr. J? The plan is if 593 loses, we're probably going to keep dumping. If we get a retake of 593.65, kind of ruins that plan. But if you personally weren't thinking about it or looking out for it or in the stream when we were going over that, you know, then don't chase. You shouldn't be. If it wasn't in your head, don't chase it because you're not going to have enough faith or trust in it to even follow that trade. But just so you know, that is part of the plan for this to continue to be bearish under here. And if you do have FOMO here, I just don't. I could see it as FOMO if it wasn't part of your plan, but I don't see it as FOMO because this is literally probably more bearish now than we were earlier. So you should still be more decisive here, and if you're not, you just need to look at a couple things, and that's okay. Sometimes I'm not at the right part of the chart either. It's just weird timing. You know, maybe you weren't prepared at the right time, and then you look at it and you're like, oh fuck, there was still a good trade here. So you just think about that for future opportunity. No problem, Kyle. I just don't like to push people, because as soon as people come to me, they're always like, yo, where can I buy Lifetime? Where can I buy a membership? How can I get coaching lessons? And it's like, bro, I'm not trying to charge you as soon as I met you, you know? I want you to come into chat, meet everybody, enjoy yourself, engage. You'll see you don't have to drop any dimes or pennies for chat instantly. There is also that choice, but I'm not going to sit here and... I hate pressuring people into that shit. Like, you should genuinely just join chat, see if you even fuck with it or not, and then stick around if you want. Yeah, that's how people are in my chat. I don't do all that weird predatory marketing bullshit most people do. Yeah, take my money. Exactly. Like, I think at first when I started doing that stuff, it was like, oh, cool, dude, somebody just gave me like $10, blah blah blah. It's like, cool. But now it's like, wait a minute, this is pretty damaging. Like, not money wise, but it's like, I'm allowing someone to just enter my chat and not actually think that they have to learn anything. Like, so I hold my people to a different standard than other chats. I don't sit here and just baby my people. Like, when we go over stuff, we go over stuff. So, which again, guys, I owe you 2 private streams next week. We did not get to do those this week because of Jimmy Carter, but we will do them whenever we can. I think Tuesday and Thursday, is that what we planned for next week? Tuesday and Thursday we'll do some unlisted member only streams, which again, guys, I have to say this to you again because I have to probably type this out when I send the links out Tuesday and Thursday of next week. But when I send these out, they're going to be an unlisted stream, so do not link anybody when I send those out. 2, there will be a link on the YouTube membership tab, Discord tabs, and that's it. So if you don't have the link, you will not be able to join stream. So we're gonna test that out next week and see how it goes. Which I think we already did a couple last year and they were fine. Y'all were great, but we haven't done them in a while. Uh-oh. Did that actually touch that close? Okay, it almost did, which I guess I'm not hurt if it didn't perfectly hit it, which, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we were like, what is that, 15 cents? No, that's 16 cents. We were 16 cents off of the low, so we'll see if this holds or not. I really like this for downside continuation just because of this retest here on the 1 minute. I like that it wicked it here, but us wicking right there, it kind of tells me, okay, wait, this could chill out now. So you could either do one of 2 things. Just watch this and see if it continues to hold the low of this candle. If so, okay, that's a little bit indecisive then. Good chance for bulls to possibly show up later in the day. If not, though, probably going to see some more downside. Also, the other thing you could do is just flip through those sectors like we were just doing together. You could go from XLK to Y to C to F to whatever, V. The main 5, the core, and just flip through them. Really, I'm not joking. Like, if you guys are ever not actively trading, flip through those 5 sectors, and you'll feel like you can kind of tell where SPY's going just by flipping through those 5. You know, so flip through them, go to SPY. Flip through them, go to SPY. Just kind of do that every now and then. And you'll feel like you're getting a good touch on where SPY is most likely going. You're not always going to be right. You're not always going to have the right feeling. But it's just another cool piece of context to add to everything else you're using. Like, oh, it's breaking down under this and this. Great, I'm bearish. And then you go look at the sectors and you're like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm really bearish. Because then you see, oh, tech's breaking lower. Healthcare's not moving, blah, blah, blah. You know, which that's not the case today. I'm just throwing out a random situation. Yo, Kyle, my bad, bro. Thank you. Y'all all saw that a lot quicker than I did. I don't know why YouTube's hiding that from me. Why can't I thumbs it up, bro? Everybody else could thumbs it up but me. I can add a heart to it. Okay. Yo, thank you, Kyle, bro. You did not have to do that. Thank you again. I appreciate you. And I hope you enjoy the community if you join the Discord or wherever you do. But we'll be streaming, so you don't even have to. What day next week? B missed it. Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday. I have a date with Destiny. I'll try to do the unlisted member only streams there, which most people here are members, but I wanted to actually give something that y'all could go back and forth to, because I'm not just gonna do trading, us trading together. I also want to do like, I mean, it'll be like a normal stream, I guess. I don't know why I'm trying to make it seem like it's a different thing, but we'll just take trades and then we'll go over stuff, workshop stuff, you know, if I have to go over trade reviews or whatever. So I want to try to keep those like super high quality. Therefore, if anybody wants to go back and watch them as a replay, they can go through them and have no problem. So that's my goal for those member-only streams. I want to try to do at least one a week. Not this week, of course. After this, at least one a week, but I want to start that first week with 2 of them. Plus, I think it'll open up some of you more, because I think some of you get a little bit, not impatient, I think some of you just get, like, I don't know if it's like anxiety or if like what's going on, but some of you are just overthinkers, which I'm the same way, so I could relate to it, which is good, because if I wasn't, I don't know if I'd be able to give you accurate, like, updates, like, oh, it's doing this or this. But just remember this, guys, anytime you're overthinking or underthinking or whatever the hell you're doing mentally or psychologically, you just need to remind yourself that there is no thinking involved. Like, you honestly just need to go through this and just read, right? What is our system just like? It's like a book, it's like a story, it's like a movie, it's like a show, right? Market opens, okay, great. Do we have any context from previous days or anything? Nope. Okay, moving on. Bet. Today opens, all right. It opened, we dropped, we did this, we did that, you know, just reminding myself over and over again from the chart what happened. You know, it's like telling a story, using the context of, oh, this did this did this. Okay, well, now I'm a little bit more bearish than bullish. Okay, oh, it held here. Okay, I'm a little bit more bullish than bearish. You know, even if it's just something as simple as that, you know, start with that. But you got to go through this stuff and read it left to right. And always back test. You know, everybody's always like, how do you back test effectively? Like how I just explained. You gotta start it as if you'd never seen the chart in your life. Go through it and try to understand every little thing about every little detail, right? Oh, I have a level here. Oh, that's kind of cool how it held it here, and then later in the day it broke down under. You know, even just small shit like that can be super helpful. Oh, it looks like a midterm retest happened here. They fell down to here. It kind of looks like this is the halfway point under that level, which actually is that. I'm kind of curious now. So after it broke that level, it fell down to here. It is. There's a midterm retest there, end of day. Damn, I didn't even notice that yesterday. But wait, hold up. I didn't even look to the right. That's where we rejected again today. That's kind of funny. Which, we're not doing that all the time, but that's just kind of cool to see. But like that, you know, just back testing, like, oh, that would have worked. Let me look for that in the future. And look at that, guys. Pretty massive retake. That wick was what they wanted. A good retake on the very next candle, which, again, for those liquidity grabs, I really like to see it on the very next candle when we're looking at a 5-minute time frame. If it's not the very next candle, I don't like it as much. Over time, it's definitely still a powerful indication, but seeing it that very next candle on the 5-minute is beautiful. You're not going to see that on the 1-minute a whole lot. Wow, so just as things were looking pretty grim, they end up hitting that gap, which this was kind of like the first area we expected them to go to if they did break this level. So I'm happy if they are reversing. It's not just randomly. It is kind of from an area we were looking at. But that's crazy. They did good not dropping it all the way to 591s. And as we explained earlier, if we do go back up, let me widen this chart up a little bit. We're going to go to the halfway point of where we fell from. So this is the high of the move before we fell. This is the low of the move that we fell into. You could technically draw this green candle, which is what you probably should draw, and you get 595, but you could go down to that wick and it'll change it up a little bit. But 595 is most likely where this is going because this is just a fancy way of saying it's the halfway point of the seller move. So if we get a nice calculated buyer move, it should go to that level. Yo, what's up, President Carter? How you doing? Which actually, that'd be cool if that lined up with this. Oh, it's not. It's about 20-something cents off. But this is a pretty good indication, too. It could go up to this. You don't have to perfectly have that fib drawn if you don't. Apple, interesting, above current day open. Still holding above previous day open, but below PD. What? That is a lot to take in. I'll just go look myself. That is a lot to take in. Do I even have the levels drawn? I do not. Alright, so let's see what you meant. But you probably typed it right. That was just pretty funny reading. Oh my god, I did the thing again. Previous day open. Previous day close. Wow. That's crazy looking. The things they do for love. Look at that. Even though they started way down here, look at that retake, and then where they did not close back under again. That's pretty cool. And it did that thing where it probably dipped under on the 1 minute, but not on the 5 minute. That is exactly how I explain it every time. That's like a cool, clear, simple way of seeing a liquidity grab. That might be good for Apple if they end up getting that hot. It's right here that's a little awkward for them. If they can get over these wicks right here, this wick here and the high right here, that would be beautiful. Which, now that I'm looking to the left, I'm kind of curious. Oh, yeah. So whatever that is. 245.50. That's an interesting one. I think I'm also curious about Nvidia, because I think they're still selling. And that is pretty important. And honestly, did anyone here even take time to check Playboy? Did anybody even check to see how they're doing? You guys aren't even checking your market weights. It's crazy. How are we doing, stream? How's everybody in chat? It looks like we caught the cleanest part of the chart today. I'm not going to lie, this retake's getting kind of clean now. Ever since we hit that. I mean, we didn't perfectly hit it. We got pretty close, though. Instant buyers retaking, already back over the top of that level. Didn't get over this little hump here, which I think this would have been nice to see. But if we get anything that holds here, that's something we can look forward to. If this ends up breaking down, of course, that's, you know, out of the book. We don't even care. But it's at least good that we saw the seller target hit, and not just hit, they went through it, and then a little bit of a retake. So, kind of fumbling on each side of the wall here. Let's do this. There we go. You checked Playboy a lot. Typed a lot in caps. Yo, good stuff, Maddie. He said he sniped that Apple move that we kind of quick snapped away from. Terrible Wi-Fi this AM. Got 40% on the previous day low rejection. Good shit. We got about the same gains today, Carter. Good shit. Oh, my bad, Doc. You said looks like a morning star. Page 13 on PDF. You talking about after this hammer appeared? It kind of looks like that's appearing. Is that what you meant? And yeah, that's kind of what you're going for. I mean, I'm not going to ever be like, that's a morning star, but it has that look, you know, it has that buyer presence to it where it's got the wick under and all that. That 3 candle in the 5 minute. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the only part of the chart I was looking at. I was like, wait, this has to be what he means. But yeah, you're right. And that's a good spot for it to be at, right? Because we just went through the previous day low. We had that next level pretty close, you know, so it's not an amazing room, but they kind of put it in a good spot. But also, what does that mean? You know, we just have a little bit of buyer presence here. I wouldn't say this screams that we're going back up, but it gives them a chance, right? If we build any higher lows here, then it's looking great. Which right now, that doesn't seem to be the case. 5 minute, they look like they want to keep dumping. Kind of keeping my eye on like the meat of the bone of that low, which I don't know why I keep doing that. Whatever that is. Yeah, 592.86. Which on the 1 minute, it's just the top of that candle. But that's kind of where I'm keeping my eye at. Everything else under that I see is just a little bit of a liquidity grab at a good spot, you know, which beautiful hammer, as we can see on the 5 minute. I was pretty bearish if this level broke, so we'll see what we do here. I drew these arrows thinking we weren't going to come back down here because I drew some of these last night. I drew these 2 last night, and then, of course, this morning I see we're up here, and it's like, oh, okay, we're not going down there. So the fact that we're here, it's nice to have that reminder, like, oh, yeah, I was very bearish from 593. So I won't be surprised if we move lower, but it was nice seeing this pop up because it at least says, like, hey, buyers have a chance. Whereas if we just dumped, we'd already be at 590 by now. And I know a lot of us wouldn't appreciate that, giving us only one opportunity to take that big dump. Giving us 2 opportunities, that's nice. That's something we can be proud of. You missed so many streams. You probably didn't miss that many. Let's be honest here, everybody. Probably didn't miss that many. Because it's not like I streamed every day. I really hate holidays around the stock market, so you don't see me stream a lot around them. Yo, what's up, everybody in the Discord stream? I am checking Discord more and more and more. Charukam, good to see you. In green, we trust. Kem, Midzotic. That's a crazy, cool name, Midzotic. What's up, Lag? Good to see you. And I already said hi to Spicy Pepper. But hello again. Damn, y'all are blowing up chat, dude. Oh my god, did y'all see what Leland posted? Bruh. This my goat. This my goat for real. Yesterday I ran over 700%, but I was... Oh, I remember this. He messaged me, actually. He was like... Or he was messaging me in Sinful. He was like, fuck, I was looking at MSTR for Sinful, and he went from, like, a crazy percentage down, like 150% down from where he was at because he wasn't paying attention. And then this green candle... Actually, I think I can find it. I think it was this candle, actually. I think it was this one. But this candle, or this candle... It was a candle that made a new low, like that open there. And then retook, so it kind of fucked up his short-term gains. But still fucking crazy, dude. And then today, actual legend. What did he say in stream the other day? I'm trying to trade less this year or something. This man might actually be able to achieve that if he keeps getting gains like that. I don't have my BB levels indicator on right now, but we lost previous day low. Retested on Triple Q, made it a 80%. Entered 519, put for 0.88, out for 107. Target was the negative 1.5 fib. Drawdown from the first tip. Got psyched out a bit and still got a 21% gain. Damn. That's just a testament to how good your entry was then. If you feel like you fucked up somewhere and you still got over 20%, like you must have been doing something right. Dude, good shit, Andrew. Beautiful trade review. Beautiful chart. And thank you for making that clear as day. I can instantly see, oh, he sees the lower high here. He likes the continuation. There's Alexis's... God, that's hard to say. Alexis's... Mr. Optioneers, big gain on J&J. Good shit, dude. That's okay, David. I love you nonetheless. David's been here a fat minute. How long has he been here? It won't tell me unless I full screen. Try to keep my best with the chat. Always pay attention. Okay, let me remind him that he's loved. Which one is he? Oh yeah, he's this one. Saw Nvidia with the daily doji after a gap up, followed by a potential odd side bar and bearish downside today after the bloody open. There was the potential for a gap fill to the downside, and I grabbed an entry around 953. This is contract. Wait, where was entry? Oh, he's showing his... Okay. Damn, that contract did great. 232 to 340 in a matter of about less than 4 minutes. That's closer to 3 minutes, actually. Damn, good shit, David. And I read most of these already. Alright, cool. I was just checking up on y'all. Making sure all the trades were looking good. Looks like everybody was kicking ass so far. And one more message to everybody here. If you're someone who didn't catch a trade, you're just watching people kick ass and you feel like you're missing out, you should not feel that way. Like, a lot of these people have been in here for months, some of them for over a year, some of them for even longer than that, you know, and breaks in between, I'm sure. But they've been working at this, you know. They're allowed to show their results. They're allowed to be happy for themselves, so don't ruin that for anybody. You know, if you're someone who's just missing out,
and you're just now getting here, you're just now learning, or you're struggling and you're learning, that's fine. But you should be very happy when you see stuff like that. If you have this feeling of like, fuck, I wish that was me, or you have this just these negative feelings towards that kind of stuff, there's something wrong with you, not with that person, not with anything going on with chat. Something wrong with you. If any, honestly, it's funny. Like anytime I feel really depressed or I feel like I'm just fucking up over and over, sometimes I see a few people in chat, like people I talk to a lot, like Leland or Sinful or someone, and I see them progress or kicking ass on like buying equity positions or buying options, scalps, stuff like that, and I see them kicking ass. Like that doesn't depress me more. That doesn't deter me from wanting to like grow. If anything, that motivates me to want to get up off my ass and stop feeling sorry for myself because I see my friends. By the way, bearish retest happening on the 1 and the 5 minute, as we expected. More bearish follow through. But like that should motivate you. You know, seeing someone else in chat who might not feel like they're the most capable person, but through their methods, through going through this stuff every single day, every single week, every single month, like they're getting reps. You know, so they're getting that natural confidence over time. You know, if you do something long enough, you're eventually gonna get confident. I mean, most of the time. Of course, some things you can't apply that to. Beautiful second opportunity here for anybody who was looking for it. As we were just explaining, you know, it kind of sucks to miss out. And also, we explained it too that we would hope to get some sort of buyers here to give us that second opportunity because it sucks when we just dump. You know, I don't want to just go to 590 instantly. I want to get this. I want to get a second opportunity. Good shit, dude. Look at this dump, man. They're actually like giving us really good moves today. They're giving us the good entries. They're giving us the good follow-ups. This is a good day so far, and we're only $1 away from 590. This is the level I've been spouting out all morning. Can we get 590 today? Is anybody shorting this right now? You didn't chase, you waited and exit at a level. Good shit. No runner, but it's okay. But what can we do even if we don't have a runner, Doctor? We can mentally get a we can get that mental rep. Let's pretend you're in a contract right now. How would you trade it? You took profit into the levels. Now what are you doing? What is something that you can just lazily look at right here too? You can do this from the 5 or the 1. I mean, I would prefer to do on the 1 if you're scalping. But you can see what's 50% of that drawdown move. About right there. So if it retakes that, what can we do in our head? Okay, well, we're probably a little bit more bullish now than we were when we were dumping. So if we were someone that traded from here, we're probably looking to get the fuck out. Trading reminds me so much of poker. It is a lot of probability, but there is that hint of luck here and there sometimes. But I don't like to tell people they're lucky or unlucky because, like, that's not how it is. It's like, were you prepared? And then you can ask yourself that question, you know? Because luck is a thing, but at the same time, like, you got to be prepared to even be able to take advantage of said luck. You know, you can't just be some asshole on the side of the street, randomly someone's dropping you $100,000. That's not going to happen. But let's say, you know, you're in a situation where you're working your ass off and you are prepared and then something occurs and then bam, next thing you know, you're in a position to actually get that money or get a good gain or learn something. You know, it's not always just about money. I'm just using that as an example. Like luck is a thing, but the only way to take advantage of it is actually being someone who works their ass off, being someone who's actually prepared to even be in the scenario of even maybe having a chance at taking some of that luck, you know? Are we lucky we got 2 really nice drops after 2 good entries today? Yeah. Were we lucky for actually taking a trade? No, you're not lucky. You were prepared. You kicked ass. Good job. That has nothing to do with luck. Good shit, though, dude. Multiple trades in the stream today. You guys are all kicking ass. Is anybody struggling today? Because, like, generally today feels kind of easy. And these are the weird days because these do not happen all the time. So if you feel like you're struggling, it's okay. You're probably just overthinking on a day like today, which I say it's okay because it's genuinely not one of the days we get all the time. Who are y'all talking about in chat? Oh, Kramer. Like, all I saw was someone say, does this guy actually understand the power he has better than Congress and inverse trading? They're talking about Kramer. Yo, what's up, Jerry? Good to see you. And anyone else who might have joined that I didn't see. My grandpa used to say the harder you work, the luckier you get. In a way, that's true. I mean, I'm not experienced enough to be able to actually say so myself, but I mean, and through the few things we've learned in here, like, that's exactly how it feels. That's why I really get on to people in chat when they're like, oh, I'm unlucky or I'm lucky. Like, no, you're not. Quit saying that. It's just going to make you overthink. Yo, good shit, everybody. Maddie, already posting your trade review very quickly. Just going to post this in chat, get these guys back on track. Love this community. What's up, Alexis? Good morning, guys. Today, what a flush on Nvidia when the majority of people were bullish. Yeah, for real. It's like they were like, all right, guys, we'll have Keynote come out, and then the day after, which was last night, we'll have the next day open up, and we'll just dump this thing. Guys, let's even start SPY higher. We'll really trick everybody. Which at first I was a little timid and hesitant on flipping bearish, but once I saw this break, I was like, okay, well, I can be a little bit more. Once I saw this break, I was like, all right, game over. It's at least going to previous day low. So the fact we've broken and retested away from previous day low is another pretty good bearish sign. So, but like again, I beg anybody in here who sucks at reading through the market to just go through this stream over and over and over again, because we showed not just one, but two ways of seeing why the market was going to pull back when it did. Why is my chart doing that? Hold up. Okay, here we go. Flipping through not just SPY and looking through our levels on their own, but looking through the sectors. You know, tech taking a dump was definitely the highlight of today. I'd say the second highlight of today, honestly, I got to give credit to healthcare. The fact that they went up the way they did highlights how a normal market works, right? When a normal market is moving up or down, we almost always have healthcare and tech not always going the opposite ways, but when we get directional moves in SPY, healthcare and tech are most of the time going opposite directions on your shorter time frames, right? So us getting this big flagpole move up, and then on the XLK chart, because this is healthcare, going to the XLK chart on tech, this is tech now, we have flagpoles going down. This is a normal day to me, right? So seeing this, it helps me because I've seen it before. Us in chat, we've gone over this before, so it's something we can take advantage of, right? We don't get this every day, though. It's not as clear cut as it was today every day. Some days there's a half day, some days there's a holiday soon. It just depends. Some days there's so much news we just can't take it, so it doesn't matter. But I got to give credit to anybody in here who was just paying attention today, because it wasn't about catching a trade or anything like that. It was just, there was a lot of good information that was literally screaming at us that this was trying to pull back. The only thing that kind of maybe gave us a little bit of hesitancy today before the big first one happened on the SPY chart today into the previous day low was just merely because of this chart, healthcare, because it is a pretty large sector, but it's not bigger than tech. So if healthcare had any help today, I think we would be seeing a different SPY chart right now. But healthcare did not get any help from anybody. Comms tried their best at first, but even they gave up momentum in the end. So, as I explained, it looks like we're going to have a nice red day. 590 was my overall day target. If we go past that, it'll surprise even me. So, yeah. So, kind of just explaining, you guys should be just, based on my system, I'm done trading, you know. If we find something else in lunchtime or the end of the day, that's great. But for scalps, we've already gotten two amazing opportunities. If you're still someone here who got both of those or at least one of those and you're still looking for more, calm down. Calm down. Don't overdo it. Is this chart frozen or am I high? Okay, it is moving. This one wasn't like moving, but I could have swore I just saw the 5-minute chart move. A lot of talking. Sorry, guys. I wanted to be as like informational as I can be and explain everything about the system as I can as it's happening. I don't like to go over things if they aren't happening because it's just like pointless and it doesn't apply to what we're looking at. Like today, full focus was on previous day control point and just basic levels. Nice continuation. Username said LOL. Remember the snow swing I put out in stream and said I was going to wait for the retest. Does this DCC qualify? Isn't that latest candle a bearish engulfing? Oh, you're laughing. Never mind, you're joking. You're laughing because it's a lot stronger than a DCC now. Which, I don't know, I kind of like thinking that DCCs and PLs are stronger than engulfings because they're like a hidden candle before an engulfing happens. I like to think those are stronger, but I think it's just me thinking that. Engulfings technically probably are stronger. That is a pretty crazy chart, though. And though I really hate trend lines, I like how you have yours drawn because it helps you with like direction. It's like, oh, this is squeezing up. And it's like, if it breaks down and there's a pattern there, it's like, oh, well, this is probably going down. Like, you have a good directional, kind of positional way of looking at things. Like, oh, it's holding a low. Bet, this is what I needed. But how was everyone's trading today? Do you guys feel like you were in control? Do you feel like you were a little hesitant? Do you feel like you were unprepared? Do you feel like you were prepared? I'm not just looking for downgrades of people here. Anybody feel like they were in complete control today? Anybody feel confident today? Let me get a show of hands here on who kicked ass and who feel like they could do better. Actually, let's just do a poll. Let's just do a poll on YouTube. I don't know why I don't do more of these. How did you feel this morning? In control? Lost? Unprepared, but okay. I don't know. Some of those options are kind of like the same answer, but go ahead and answer the poll on YouTube. I ran out of thought. I ran out of options there. And it's kind of an anonymous poll, so of course I can't sit there and read like who felt like they were lost, who wasn't, but it's still good to put yourself out there and at least kind of tell yourself what you feel like you were today. Let's see what some of you said. What's up, Tobias? Good to see you, man. Controlled, but not staying in the trade, just overthinking. So not in control. I missed the move because I was working. Ah, Tobias, you son of a gun. You're always working. Thought it was great. I missed the big dump because of no Wi-Fi. Knew if I was getting in, make it a quick 3 minute. There you go. See, I like what Carter just said. He said awareness is massive, dude. I can feel our past discussions just like resonating from you right now. He just said so much stuff and a little bit of messaging right there. He said, thought it was great. I missed the dump because of no Wi-Fi. Knew if I was getting in, because he understands like he's getting into a later, probably more aggressive trade. He's saying, I knew I had to make it quick. So it was only 3 minutes, and he still got 40%. And he's saying awareness is massive because he needs to be self-aware that, oh, I'm not entering a trade that I probably typically go for, or it's not as passive, so I understand my sell needs to probably be as aggressive as my entry if I am going to take this. He sees that, and he's like, okay, bam. Acted accordingly, got 40%. Look at him. I can literally feel our discussions just falling out of you, dude. Good shit. Thank you for posting that. Felt prepared, set my levels the night before, and took the opportunity. Dude, good shit option here. That's honestly the best feeling. Whenever you do all that work the night before, that morning of, and then you get a good opportunity, and then you take advantage of it, and it actually works. You know, it's such a great feeling because you go through the whole process of beginning, middle, end. Good stuff. Actually, I'm controlled, but profit is profit. Yeah, but you just said just overthinking and that you didn't stay in trade. So that would not be in control. If you have that probably tells me like you were probably in a put or a call and you're probably in the right direction, and then you sold it because you were like, fuck it, I'll just take these small gains. That's not good enough, man. That's not good enough. Just taking small gains is good, but that should just, you should only have that mindset if it happens to you, right? You shouldn't be looking to get small gains, right? You were in put? Yeah, I figured you were in a put. I was like, no fucking way this guy was in calls today. And that's kind of why I thought that, because it's like you were probably in a good trade and then you pushed yourself out of it, and that means you're not in control. You need to mentally be in control. Trust your levels, VC, right? Trust the order of operations. You're probably past the levels talk. It's probably order of operations you're on now. You know, doing things in the right order. If two things are telling you to be bearish, be bearish. You know, don't flip yet. If we get into that previous day low, you know, that makes sense. Okay, take your profits. Like, let's not ignore a big barrier here. Let's wait for another opportunity. And you can see when we went over that, it took about 25, 30 minutes for another opportunity to pop up. So they do give you time in between trades to wait for the next better trade. And sometimes there might not be another one, you know, and that's okay. Good shit, though, VC. Thank you for talking that out. And that's why I thought that. I wasn't, like, bashing you or anything. I just thought, you know, you probably did take a good trade. You probably just fucked it up somehow. And which is okay. But hold yourself to a higher standard. You know, you're not looking for small gains. We're just looking for good trades. And if you happen to get a small gain on a good trade, that's okay. But we're not looking or seeking a small gain trade. Good shit, though. Thank you for, again, putting that out there. You did good, though. I'm glad to hear you were in the right part of the trade. It sounds like you're taking the right steps. You just need to get those good follow-up steps. Good shit, dude. Review's done. Straight chilling. Gonna see if I can hit some future licks on paper. Futures licks on paper. Why don't you set up the next parlay, boy? Oh, man. This is a good stream so far today. It's already been an hour and a half. Damn. I didn't even realize it was 10 o'clock already. Today was a great stream, though. You could literally tell someone to watch all 90 minutes of this first part of the stream, and it would be full of all kinds of stuff. Not just for me, too. You guys had some really good examples in post today, so that's always helpful. Not just for me, but, like, I don't know. It's kind of nice. Like, I feel like it's a group thing. Like, I hate when I hear something from one person, and then I feel like, oh, great, I have to trust that this person actually knows what he's talking about. But if I hear, like, which this probably isn't a good way to think about it either, but if I hear someone talk about it, they sound like they know what they're talking about, that's great. But then I see some of their peers or some people they help teach or go over stuff with, and I see them mentioning stuff too. It's like, okay, shit, maybe this is pretty helpful. And it also helps you remember things too, because maybe someone says something differently than I, you know, and they put it a different way than I, and maybe just it attaches to you better. You just remember it sticks to you better because of the way that person said it. So it's helpful sometimes. You know, if you guys break something down to a more simple extent, you know, you're going to help someone else understand something better. Or maybe yourself, too. Maybe you are that person. Espresso time first. Be right back. Carter said, "Let me know too." Just turn off topic channel into the parlay channel somehow. Damn, how is QuantumScape doing? I was walking, but I heard that. It sounded like permission. No, y'all can post parlays. I don't care about that. Placing a parlay, if you think about it, is almost like an options trade. No, it's not at all, but it's all gambling at the end of the day. I don't care about that as long as chat just doesn't turn into a bunch of gambling addicts. Which I think probably most people in chat probably already are. Just due to the fact that they're already trading. Not every trader is an addict, but most traders are gambling addicts. Or very adamant with their gambling. I won't say addicts, I'll say adamant. Pretty insane amount of buyers, by the way, ever since we saw that wick and retake of the 591. So we were 27 cents away from the level I thought we were going to hit today. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better. But that's a pretty good takeaway from our morning game plan. We started the stream right before open, went over what's possibly going to happen today. From where's it going to go if it goes from there. And we did everything that we talked about, at least for the downside plan. Upside plan today was going to see if we held previous day control point. And then I was even giving them credit to try to hold this to maybe retake that. Didn't even do that. It was just a dump. So no hesitation on direction today. But did anybody struggle with seeing that we were going down today? Because today's stream was genuinely a really good example to just kind of go back through. Not just because of what we saw on SPY itself, but going through the sectors and then kind of flipping through some of the big market weights besides the sectors, you know, like Apple and all that stuff. But was anybody struggling today with direction? It's okay. It's a safe space. You can tell us all. Did anybody struggle with direction today? QS doing decent. Made some money selling pops and adding bot. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you were in some calls and trading some equity. You're kicking that chart's ass. Yo, what's up, Linwood? Good to see you, man. Placing a 27 parlay for $1 is my kind of game. $1, but I can be rich. One of those parlays where you're like, dude, but did you see my odds? That's funny. Yo, what's up, Garden Trader? Oh, my bad, Garden. You said, did we close the gap on SPY Weekly at the hold? Did we close the gap on the SPY Weekly? Wait, where? Oh, this one. The gap up? I'm assuming. Yes, we did. We went under it a little bit too. What's the number on that? About 591.85, 591 something. And yeah, we definitely went under that. Actually, it lines up with that level right there, just about. So yeah, definitely went under it. And this is kind of where that liquidity grab is kind of happening. You know, we have one happening here, but in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of happening here, above that level. Good question. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to see that on the desktop chart too. You said you were struggling to see it on the phone. It was kind of hard to see it on the computer. I think think it's because that level was in the way. Watch us get another bearish retest. That would be crazy. Great place to hold. Yeah, we probably did see low of day already. I was kind of saying that earlier too, just because of it being my target, but that's another great reason to have that there too. That could be low of day. Maybe we just get some settling during lunchtime, because we are about an hour from lunchtime. But we're only 30 minutes from the window that I always tell y'all about. It's always the first 2 hours of the day. The next 2 hours are normally either bullshit or kind of the more rare window for better trade opportunities, but they do still pop up. And then I'd say then the last few hours of the day is like the third window of the day. So first window of the day, honestly, fucking stellar. 2 great bearish retests down to the previous day low. Second one down to our 590 target almost. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, nice recovery so far from SPY on this latest dip. But as you can see, still not above previous day low. We're still kind of out here in the sea underneath. You made it in time for McGriddle's big win. Damn, dude, some McDonald's breakfast actually sounds really good right now. I don't normally eat breakfast, but that sounds pretty good. The 15-leg golf parlays have been my jam. Oh, you're not kidding. $1 to a milli one of these days. Hi, BB fam. How is everyone doing? What's up, Mikey? How are you doing? More importantly. Been busy at work. Swing SPX overnight, put spread, and managed to close before the reversal for 120%. You are actually a demon. Round of applause for Mikey. Good stuff, Mike. Not much at work, just found the time to join chat. Crazy drop on SPY. News driven. There was news, but I honestly wasn't paying attention. I've just been going over the price action, which I feel like when you're actively trying to trade is a good thing. Like, yes, you want to be aware that there's news coming out, but I'm not going to let that stop me from taking a trade. Unless it's CPI, then I will definitely relax. CPI or PAL talking. I feel like those are two things I'm definitely not trading through. Or at least trading a serious trade through. You know, I'm sure some of us like to take little gambles on those kind of moves, but not a serious trade on those. But today was just average, you know, news that comes out all the time, so I honestly wasn't trying to let it affect me in a way that's like, don't take a trade during this, you know. I try not to let that stop me there. It is important data, but it's not gonna stop me like that. Part of it was news driven, but I don't like to say that for short-term moves because all the sectors did the move too. So even if you weren't looking at news today, you probably could have made a good decision just based off sectors. But yes, there was some data that came out today. I think it was PMI, and wasn't there some job numbers that came out? I can't remember. I just know we don't have a market Thursday. That's very depressing. But it gives all of you one more kind of relaxing weekend, I guess, because you'll get Thursday off, and then Friday's kind of going to be bullshit. I mean, market might be great Friday, who knows? But most of the time, not. And then you have the weekend, and then we'll finally have a full week again. And remember, guys, we have a date. We have private streams on Tuesday and Thursday. So be here for those. I'm going to try to keep those as educational and actively trading as possible, just to kind of keep the ball rolling. I'm talking about next Thursday, Mikey. This is next week I'm talking about. Next Tuesday and next Thursday. Yes, market is closed this Thursday. I am crying about that. Yeah, that is sad. That sucks we don't have the Thursday this week. Pretty good start to this week, too. I mean, we've had 2 pretty good days back-to-back now. I definitely like today a lot more already, but I think it's because it all happened a lot quicker. But that's not to say tomorrow is not going to be great either. I think this sets up tomorrow to be another great day, not even depending on how today opens or closes. It's still my birthday. Send me a Bitcoin. What's up, Sinful? How is your day going so far? I know you've been up since the crack of dawn. there on the Eastern time zone. I woke up at 10 AK. Oh, you woke up at 10? Never mind. Nvidia, another example of buy the rumor, sell the news move. Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy. I always love when I see people in chat trading those into the event, but it always baffles me when I go across like the internet and I just see everybody swinging it, and I'm like, what the fuck? It makes me a little bit more proud of you guys when I see that, because I'm like, okay, thank God, my people are smart enough not to do this. Like, trading to the event, cool. Trading through the event, you got to know it's a little bit of a gamble. But yeah, definitely a good example, Mikey. Thank you for bringing that up again. Coin calls? Always coin calls, dude. It's never a no to that question. MSTU, MSTU, MSTU. Yo, how is MSTU today? Okay, good. Yes, give me and Sinful what we wanted. But gambling is fun. It is pretty fun, but gotta be careful. You can do it in a calculated manner where you're not doing it all the time, or where there's like conditions set for doing it. You know, I think that's fine. And if you're not sitting there saying that it gives you a rush. These are all red flags. Yo, how was stream so far though, everybody? Hopefully it's good audio and the quality's fine. But hopefully the updates have been good. We took a trade earlier in the day. Already posted it, went over it. Went over a potential second trade. I personally didn't take the second one, but it was still kind of fun to watch. And now we're just kind of chilling here, watching the market settle out, kind of balance out. We kind of intended for 590 to be low of day if it did hit our target, but we'll see now. Pretty quick recovery by buyers into this low, but no real gain, you know, here over anything. They just got here. They didn't actually take anything yet. You can see here on the 1 minute too, they're still rejecting with lower highs. And I hope you guys like this view, getting the 5 and the 1 minute. It helps me trade, so hopefully it helps you. Hot dog water of a stream. Appreciate that, Jacko. Spy testing 2 days ago. Previous day high and PDC. Damn. Oh, wait. I guess I could see that. Yeah, I see that previous day close right there. This is the gap fib, I'm pretty sure. But it's pretty close to that high. Good mention, though. Good mention. A lot of good updates in the Discord today, too. I know a lot of comedians on the trade floor every day, but there's always a lot of good updates in between those comedians. Fake levels, fake everything. Yeah, I just saw what he said. But yeah, definitely proud of all the updates and stuff today. CLED is at our entry again. Is it actually? You're gonna make me cry. Is it actually at our entry again? Wow. He said, I made some money on calls, but them commons are still 1% underwater. We're still sinking, but we're close to the surface. I can almost reach enough for air. You know what's annoying, Tobias? I was going to secretly, without telling you, buy more than you the other week. And as I was going to do it, that's where it reversed. It did that little, not inside bar, but it was almost one. And then it just had the like straight shot up move the past few days. It's like, what the hell? I think Sinful was too. We were looking at it. We were like, 240, 250 looks all right. We'll probably get some more there and then not tell you. And we were going to own more than you. And then, yeah. Which, that was my only goal because you did that to me, you know? You started it. Tesla looks sad. It's okay. She'll get over it. Tesla had a pretty nice past couple weeks, so she's going to be a little sad here for a little bit. But then it's back to the moon for that stock. Long term, Tesla's gonna kill it. You bought some calls from 0.05 and sold for 14 today. Damn, dude, almost tripled up on them. Yeah, I was watching your Quantum Scape trade. I didn't grab the other one. I don't even remember the ticker. But I've been waiting for the next Tobias play to get into. I'll wait till I also like it, and then I'm like, bam, I'm in. Because then I'm not just like, oh, it's Tobias's play. Like, I actually have a little bit of confidence in it. I don't like to just follow people's plays, but... And I think everybody in Discord's that way, too. I don't think people see somebody post a trade, then they just go get in it. I think people probably go look at it for themselves and be like, alright, I think I like it, too, and then they get in. Or they're like, I don't really see what he sees, and they just wait. Andrew, I just saw that meme you sent. Ice Age. QS can still do really well. Yeah, no, that one's still looking good. At least from when I looked at it earlier. I only looked at it for like 5 seconds. Wait, why is that, Andrew? What happened? What is wrong? Palantir is returning to Earth. The way that you said that instantly makes me want to check the chart. When I'm being told this thing's falling back to Earth... Okay, fair enough. It's crazy though, Mikey. Even with that big move, it still really hasn't broken base yet. Like, I would say, like, that's a pretty good spot to watch. That's crazy. Actually, some people are going to see that as a dip to buy. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're ever going to get it where we initially bought it at back in the day, but I think in the future you will get some better buys, but this could be a dip buy. If it ends up cracking a couple weeks go by, you might want to see if 60 is still there. But I really wouldn't be surprised if this was a dip buy. Palantir is just on another level. People used to think I was crazy for mentioning that stock. Like, that used to be kind of like a stock that not everybody really liked all the time. Now, if you say you own it, people think of you as a god. It's like, what? It's just a cool idea of a company. People are always like, bro, I can never make money on the private sector. Bro, Palantir is literally begging you to own them. Morgan Stanley actually posts it's overpriced. Man, fuck Morgan Stanley. Nah, I'm kidding. They actually have some good takes sometimes. I don't like to look at the upgrades and downgrades. I genuinely find that shit pointless. I think it kind of gives you a good tension on what banks are overall thinking, but like, have you ever actually paid attention to the upgrades and downgrades on a single stock? It is pretty crazy the ranges they're choosing from. But in my opinion, Palantir is a dip buy from there. If it breaks and you see the test of 60 and that basis from there, that's the dip buy. Because it's overall bullish. They posted that it's overpriced. That's crazy. Overpriced by whose standards? I still have not owned a single tech stock or hot stock. Am I crazy? No, you're not crazy. I think you're missing out on some opportunity, but I hate when people are like, I only own tech. Like, okay, cool. You own high beta stocks. Good for you. I genuinely believe you should invest in what you believe in. Are you crazy? Probably a little, but I wouldn't say that that makes you a freaking weirdo or anything. I'd just say you're a little crazy, maybe. You only own SPY ETF. I mean, that's good though for long-term holding. If that's your if that's your take on it, that's fine. I just like doing like little stock picks, like when we did Palantir, Redfin, Energy Transfer, PayPal. Like these were fun to get into because they were being hated on heavily and they were decent companies in our eyes. So we believed in them, bought some shares, and just hold, trim some as we see fit. And then later on, we can try to add more. He said, so Rivian. He said, okay, Rivian, yes, for short term. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Rivian fan, but that's just because I like Tesla too much. But the chart is shaping up a lot better than it was before. And their little bit of good numbers versus Tesla's slight decrease in numbers recently has given them some recency bias for buyers. So it's not a hopeless stock pick. It's not like when people were mentioning GameStop, like, no, it's nothing like that. Rivian's a lot better than that. Stop letting sinful sway you. I just gave that's my opinion. I just gave my opinion. Bro, I'm sorry. If you actually think Rivian's better than Tesla, you're high on meth. I like Rivian, but you can't sit here and say they're even close to the scale that Tesla's on. And they're not going to be for a while. And that's with pretty good backing too. So I'm not hating on Rivian. I'm just saying they have a lot to prove. I think they have a chance to grow more than a lot of the other companies that are pretty popular right now. And it's a lot to do with their backing. Like, who backs Rivian? Pretty important players. So is Rivian going anywhere? Probably not. You know, they're not going to be deleted. They probably will survive. But it's going to take a while. As I've explained many times in the past, even for Tesla, when Tesla was in its proving grounds, when I first started my chat, you know, that was when everybody only traded Tesla and Apple. Tesla and Apple was it. Nobody traded anything else. Maybe Amazon, because it was a really cool looking number, because it had a comma. It was over 1,000. But it just, mass manufacturing is pretty fucking expensive. And then doing it for vehicles is even more expensive. It's just a very expensive process. But I'm not a fan of Rivian, but I think out of any of the companies out there, they're the one with the best chance outside of, you know, your major players that are already there, right? But you've even seen Ford struggle with EV. They've had to cut a lot of their programs and fix a lot of things. Like, it's really not easy. Apple, the company that has the most money on hand in the world, still did not want to do it. Why is that? Because they saw how expensive and how risky it was about to be. They did not want to be in the same hole. So what do? They back out of their own idea. They invest into another. Like, if that company can be scared out of doing it, anyone can. So that's just my take. I'm going off of just things that I know from, you know, all these big players. But I do believe they have the best chance to grow because of who backs them. Outside of Tesla, again, if you just delete Tesla out of your mind for a second. But Tesla is just so far ahead of everyone that I really hate when people mention them just so lightheartedly, like, oh my god, Rivian's going to catch up to them, or they're going to dent Tesla. Like, no, the fuck they aren't. To sit here and say they'll overtake Tesla is crazy. To sit here and say Rivian can grow, that's a legit thought. Okay, cool. I like that. I can work with that. I'm just trying to explain the difference between me being a hater and not being a hater, because I don't want anyone here to be swayed away from Rivian because of what I just said. I'm just saying it's a tough game to get in for Rivian, and it's going to take a while. But out of everyone, they look the most promising out of all the small players. I say small, it's with quotations, of course. Jim said more puts on Palantir. Oh, that's definitely getting bought back up. Oh, he said that 3 hours ago as well? Oh, he's the reason it fell. You used to own tech stocks, but holding me too much fun, so I sold all. Oh, okay. Oh, you sold after the initial splits, like on Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, all the big ones, Tesla. Yeah, the split era was pretty cool. You know what that means? Yeah, dip buy. I know you're joking, Maddie. I just wanted to make that clear. Like, Rivian's not like a GameStop. Don't ever think that. But it's not a Tesla either. Like I said, proving grounds. You'll always find a lot of stocks that it's stuck in that kind of era. Proving grounds. Which, honestly, that's the best time to be an investor and someone who believes in something is when you're in the proving grounds, and then later on when it finally pays off, it's like, yeah, because you got in before everybody. You had to be there to believe it, though. Not everybody in chat wanted to buy PayPal when I bought it. Not everybody in chat wanted to buy Palantir. Now all of you buy it. You know? Redfin. I don't think a single, maybe 2 people in chat followed me on Redfin. Redfin did great when we bought it. I think even still now, it's probably still up from what it was. Energy Transfer has done nothing but go up. Tesla has done nothing but go up since both splits. Right? It's like, these are the times you want to be looking at those kinds of stocks because not everybody wants to buy them. Even people in chat that would say I'm their friend still didn't buy some of those picks. Why is that? It's because they didn't do the research themselves. They didn't prove to themselves like, yeah, this is something that looks good. It just wasn't a good idea to them. That's fine. But that's what I'm talking about. You want to find those stocks that are in that like proving ground. I don't know what else to call it. And because you'll get not just the opportunity to buy at a good price, but not everybody finds it attractive yet. And that's when you want to own something. Because when it finally becomes attractive and everybody's looking at it, what is the stock price doing? Skyrocketing. So you have to be someone who buys during that proving ground phase. Now, I'm not saying just go buy every stock you just randomly believe in. Actually do some research. What do they do? What's their market share? Do they even make money? Are you about to buy something that's just tanking to the floor? Like, what's going on? And then you got to be patient because it's not just going to do it within a year sometimes. Sometimes it takes multiple years. You know, and you feel like you're going crazy while holding your position. I know some of you could relate. I know some of you have held positions and you've been like, do I buy? Do I sell? Do I leave it? What do I do? It's just because of how long you've been holding it. It has nothing to do with what the company's doing or anything. It's just, you just aren't patient. It's hard to hold through trades like that. Like, a lot of people will be like, I used to buy, like me and Sinful were literally just talking about this yesterday. It's really hard to beat yourself up because it's really easy to, I mean, it's easy to do it. I'm saying it's hard to do it and be justified because you can get into a crypto, let's say, from like way back in the day. And let's say you sold it because it went up or you're just tired of holding it. That's fine. If you were to look at today's prices, you'd be like, wow, fuck, I'd be up $10,000 right now. Blah, blah, blah. I'd be up $500,000 right now if I held all my blah, 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 my Litecoin. You know, it's really hard for me to believe anybody when they say that shit because it's like, yeah, you had it at one point, but how would you have held that position, right? If you were up $500,000, like, you would not have made it that far. You would have sold all of it before that. Or most of it at the very least, right? Like, it's really easy to say, oh, I owned this at this price. Yes, but would you have held it? Probably not. I think most of us here can tell ourselves the truth for a second and be like, no, I probably would have sold that at a random price or at this price if I saw it was up a certain percentage, blah, blah, blah. Like, so it's also on the other end of things. Like, you have that proving ground phase, and then on the other end of the conversation you have, well, I had this position and I could have been holding it. Like, how would you have held that, though? Like, you have to be a believer who was in it from that proving ground phase to even be someone who can imagine holding it longer than that, right? So if you have Rivian now, based on what I just said, you should be able to hold it to wherever it goes. But if you're someone who's buying in between that, you're buying someone as it's flying, you're not going to have the same belief or control of yourself to hold it to higher prices because you weren't someone who was in even complete belief of the position to begin with. Rivian, Neo, Lucid all peaked 2021. 2 of 3 there. Sinful, can I watch that clip or is there like bad stuff on there? I'm just gonna listen to it first.
Yeah, this dude's struggling, bro. time in the stock market. What'd you have?
Fried chicken. Homemade fried chicken.
Nice. $1. Making sure.
when you're like this guy's struggling. It's funny. I asked you about the stock market skin. You're like, "Ah, this guy's fucking trading penny stocks." Useless clip. Yeah, I mean, it was just funny. I watched it and I was like, I don't need to play that on stream. It was just a bunch of inside laughing. It was kind of funny though. I remember at that point in the stream, I was geeked. I was laughing super hard. Like, you could have made fun of anything and I would have laughed at it. Sinful went kind of hard. So quick, too. He goes 0 to 100 so quick. I bought Neo when they IPO'd and sold at 65. Dude, you're a legend. Yeah, high key, I made some money on Neo in my day, too. And then it wasn't Neo that scared me out of keep playing it. It was just China in general that scared me from playing more China stocks. Like, China just sucks right now. Their yields are down. Their market sucks. Their economy's tanking. Like, it just sucks. They're trying to restructure, but their own leaders can't. Their own leaders are worse than ours. They just literally cannot make up their mind. There's like a group of 5 people in their country that make up everything, and they cannot make up their minds. China is going through it right now. But I do miss trading Neo. Neo used to be a really good one. Yeah, exactly. If the reported numbers are bad, it's always worse with China. Like, if it seems bad, it's worse. If it seems okay, it's probably just neutral. You know, it's probably all right. Nothing's going on. If it seems like things are going great, they're probably just going all right. China's very bad with that. I mean, just look at their charts. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to look at their charts and be like, yeah, these charts suck. There's too many gap ups and gap downs. What is the one thing I've taught you guys about gap up and gap downs? Can somebody explain that to me? Explain gap up and gap downs to me. What do we look for in them when I'm looking at them just on the daily? What am I looking for? Why is the guy from Kansas even buying an electric car company? They don't even have Rivian Amazon trucks. Jesus, dude. Yeah, chill, bruv. We're buying Bruvcoin. Bruvcoin. But guys, when looking for gap ups or gap downs, like if we get a lot of gapped up small body candles, that indicates to me that it's overbought. If we get a lot of gap down small body candles, that indicates that it's oversold to me. So if we're getting a lot of both, what does that tell us about the chart? That it's very, very, very indecisive, and that the people trading it don't even know where the fair value is. Anybody who says, you know, oh, China's going to recover, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know that it's going to do anything. Anybody that tells you that is just making shit up. Like, I can't sit here and tell you that it won't recover. I can't sit here and tell you that it will recover. But I can tell you from facts that it looks like shit. See you later, Andrew. Be safe, man. Thank you for the like and stuff on stream. Appreciate you. I'm zooted on McGriddles. This guy. Senfo was serious. He was like, bro, I'll make it to the morning stream, but if you do an afternoon stream, I ain't gonna make it. Maddie, I said McMuffins are greater than McGrid shits. Damn, did y'all really mean when y'all make fun of each other's food? Like, I remember when Sinful would attack Leland. It was pretty brutal. Green just said I'm zooted, just straight up. Bruv coin. How many bruvs do you coin? Bruv coin. Yeah, I mean, if bruv coin's a thing, like, I don't... Honestly, I stopped paying attention to all these new terms before Hawk Tuah. Like, I think I was 2 days late to Hawk Tuah. And then once I heard it, I was like, why is this a thing? Like, no way the internet blew this up. But then I reminded myself there was a time in the internet where we ate Tide Pods for fun. And it was like, oh, okay, so we're just still here. We didn't really progress or go backwards. We're just still in the same cesspool we were in before when it comes to, like, internet trendy memes. I think I'd rather just read my own Discord chat talking about interest rates than see what the next meme is. He said terrible take. He said I don't like the sweetness. Sinful says because you're sweet enough. Wait, what's on the McGriddle? Am I not remembering what a McGriddle is? It's just the bacon, egg, cheese, right? Why? What do you mean sweetness? Wait, what has sweetness? He said easy on the Wii, would ya? He said you know my Fortnite. He said catch me on the Fortnite Battleground, boy. 1v1 Rust. 1v1 Fortnite Rust. Oh, the pancakes? Yeah, I mean, if you're getting pancakes at McDonald's, there's something wrong with you. And the McGriddle, though, is fine. The McGriddle and the McMuffin, like, honestly, I think if you just don't like either of them, you're tripping. They both are good. He said they have syrup on the muffin or something. Huh? Is there? I feel like the one time I got it, I didn't have any, but maybe they do that and I just didn't realize. Personally, I don't think I'd care, though. I can have syrup on sausage. I wouldn't care. But I could totally see why someone wouldn't like it because of the sweetness. But either way, bro, McMuffin and the McGriddle slap. And honestly, if we're being real here, both of them suck in comparison to Chick-fil-A breakfast. Like, Chick-fil-A breakfast, you might as well just... Like, my mouth's watering right now just thinking about it. Yeah, for real, Optioneer, I'm the same way. I'm like, yo, Jacko's here. Yeah, it's nice seeing Jack in chat. It reminds you that there's still some good in the world. I've got this, like, hyper-aggressive Andrew Canadian, and then I have this, like, hyper non-aggressive Jack from Canada. Those nuggets in the buns are the greatest creation in fast food. Wait, what is Nard C talking about? Wait, who are you mentioning right now, Nard? What place is this? You talking about Chick-fil-A or who are we talking about? Those McGriddles bit noted. Do y'all have Big Apple bagels? Or is that an Eastern thing? Big Apple bagels. Okay, yeah, Nard. I was just making sure you were... Yeah, Chick-fil-A is like literally methamphetamines. I put that shit on everything. No, I'm kidding. Big Apple bagels. Let me Google this. I'm going to say no. But it looks interesting. It kind of reminds me of what's it called? Big Apple Brekkie Smacks. But looks like random. Yeah, that's what I saw too. It looked like a bunch of like random states. It was like Illinois and then like I don't know, there's a bunch of random places. It was not like a bunch of connecting states is what I saw. I don't think Texas has them, or at least I've never heard of it. I do like this one. I think they have these everywhere though. What's the place with the Kolache factory, bro? Kolache factory. Oh my god, dude. I think as soon as I figured out what Kolache factory was, I had it for like 3 months straight. That place is so good. I think I've had almost every kolache there. I think my favorite one though is still probably the pepperoni pizza. It's so basic, but it's like it's so good. I don't know what they did on the inside like to make it taste like that, but oh my god. And they have all kinds of kolaches. They're all good. I've never had a bad one. You could eat 15 breakfast bits. The biscuit and gravy is your favorite? That one's crazy. I almost always get them heated up, like, every time. Because they're already pretty warm, but if you ask them to warm them up again, it's like, oh. Dude, I'm getting so hungry talking about Chick-fil-A and Kolache Factory right now. Oh, BLTs. I was like, bits. I was like, what the hell? Breakfast BLTs? What's on them? I'm a steak tips and soy sauce and brown sugar with garlic powder. Holy shit, that was a sentence. Hold up. I'm a steak tips and soy sauce and brown sugar with garlic powder BK kind of guy and bacon. What a sentence. God, you guys are making me hungry. Alexis, dude, when you said bacon, my mouth started watering. Who can finish pizza, whole piece like Costco size? The whole pizza? I don't know if I could finish the whole thing. I could probably do half of a Costco pizza if I was really hungry. Those things are huge. They taste pretty damn good though, and they have a lot of grease on them, and they're so good. Basically a normal BLT, but cream cheese instead of mayo, and sometimes add egg white. Almost always, every time. Reading that again was crazy. Salt bagel preferred. Is what, Texan? Wait, Jack, what are you asking? I just get the glizzy at Costco. Alright, I'm getting lunch. Yeah, for real. You're making me want food. Kolaches? Yeah, it's a big it's a southern thing. But, I mean, kolaches are everywhere. Oh, is that a southern thing almost always every time? No, that's just me being dumb. It almost works every time. 99% of the time it works every time. Shit, 2% of the time it works every time. I thought you meant kolaches at first. I was like, what? Went for breakfast, pancakes, scrambled eggs with the coffee. Oh my god, dude. Fuck you, Jerry. You just made me so hungry. I was already hungry, but that might have pushed me over the edge. Scrambled eggs sounds so good right now. Isn't that a line from Anchorman? Yeah, I think it is. It works every time 60% of the time. What is everyone's like favorite food? If you could only have one food, What would it be? Gun to your head. You can only say one food. You can't sit here and be like, well, I'd have this, 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 and this. I'm not asking for your prison meal. I'm asking for, you know, your life sentence meal. I'm asking what is the one meal what is the one food you would eat? Pizza? That's a pretty good answer. Sinful said cheeseburger. Adam said steak. I'll never be able to say your alias, Adam. I just always say your name now. You're just Adam to me. I'm sorry. SF said steak. Yeah, pizza is pretty versatile, I'll give you that. You could do a lot with it. Carter said biscuits and gravy. Shrimp tacos. Jack said lasagna. See Garfield? I'd have to probably say a steak or a burger too. Even though I'm really big on pizza. Damn, React's making eggs right now, this son of a gun. He just sent a picture in trade floor and it's just him making a shit ton of eggs. That looks like 2 eggs at least. I can't tell because the picture and the pan size. I can't, like, the picture's weird. It could be 4 eggs, it could be 2. And knowing React, it could be 10 eggs. Could be 10 eggs in there. Noodles? That's a fair answer. Maddie, I said dino chicken nuggets based. He's like, I just need ketchup. That's damn near a dozen knowing him. Yeah, for real. He said 5 eggs. See, I knew my answer at first was too small. It's 5 eggs. The pan size, I couldn't tell if it was big or not. It's like a medium-sized one. And it's full of eggs. Yeah, 5, that's pretty good. That's a React answer right there, 5. Bro probably just hit the gym or he's going to the gym. Five after gym. Pasta is lit, beef is lit. Do edibles count? I mean, I guess so. If you could live off of it. I don't know if you'd enjoy that after a while, though. You get high, and then you get hungry, then you just eat more edibles, and you just end up in this fucked up loop. Where at first you're probably enjoying it, but then after you're like, wow, this really sucks. I just want normal food. I just want nutrition. And look at that, guys. We started kind of goofing off and messing around, and the market's just been doing nothing. And we kind of understood that this was very highly likely because of the movement we got in the first 2 hours of the day. Does that make sense to everybody? I mean, really, it wasn't even the first 2 hours. That was in the first hour and 15 minutes. But it's in that first 2 hour window. Again, if anybody needs help, we split the day into the first 2 hours, and then the last part of the day. So, open to 10:30, 10:30 to 12:30, which is pretty much through lunch. And then the, last 2.5 hours of the day. Did spicy sausage and eggs yesterday. Ooh, dude, spicy sausage sounds good. We control the market. I got a chopped ham in my scrambled. A little bit of consolidation after a significant move. Phases of the day. Exactly. Phases of the day. And it's just a cool little theory. I mean, I don't even know if it's true or not, but it just, if you've traded long enough, you know what I mean. You know, that first part of the day, the second part of the day, the third part of the day, it really feels like there really are like 3 different parts of the day. And then we kind of split those up into a way where we just keep it simple. You know, if there's momentum in 1 or 2 of them, we don't expect too much, you know, out of the third. If there's nothing in the first 2, we expect everything out of the third. And if nothing happens all day, then we just are excited about the next day just in general. That's why, like, it really, like, it should annoy you when someone's like, oh, great, we're just ranging, this is boring. It's like, why would we not, though? We just did all of this. We started up, too. So that means we went up, what? Let's say $2. And then we fell $6. And then we retook another $1.50. And now we're just sitting at, like, why would you be expecting there to be more movement? Like, that's crazy to me. So if we do get more movement, it shouldn't happen instantly. It should happen after a little bit more time. Which, like now, you know, it's been since 9:45 all the way to now. It's been about an hour, and we haven't really done much. We just kind of went up, hit the same resistance that we fell from already, and are just still ranging under it. So could we get another movement? Could we get some more movement soon? Yes, because we've actually taken an hour to just do nothing. We're rebalancing out. Chorizo quesadilla. He said entered 595, stopping out at 598.87. But 591.87. My bad. I think I said 598. I think we all wish we were at 598. How was everyone in the stream so far, though? Come on, give us that third Bears retest. Sorry, I had to grab something. Just finished homemade tacos. My wife, dude, I'm making. Actually, I don't even want to tell y'all what I'm making tonight. I'll send a picture later. I'm making something super basic, but it's something that every Texan loves. Every Texan is secretly addicted to the thing that I'm making tonight. Actually, it's not a secret at all. It's pretty openly known. Chewing tobacco? Bro, this is not fucking 1854. Like, what the fuck? Bro said chewing tobacco. What the fuck? What year do you think it is? That was a pretty funny answer. I mean, that is pretty popular down here, but I feel like just people everywhere like it. Kolaches? No, I'm not making kolaches. Actually, we didn't talk about this food in here. You've probably heard me talk about it a million times, but chicken fried steak. No, sir. That is a good answer, though. That was a good answer. Not close, but that's a good Texas answer. I'm not even the biggest fan of chicken fried steak, but it is so popular down here. Armadillo? What the fuck? Yeah, bro, I hit one on my way out this morning, and I said, you know what, that'd be a damn shame if I just let that sit there. I'm going to put that in some stew tonight, have some armadillo stew. You don't understand Texas cuisine, so you're just guessing. I'm making queso tonight. I'm just gonna give you the answer. I'm making queso tonight. Jesus, dude, we like Mexican food. We like barbecue. We like meat. Do I wear a cowboy hat? No, I don't. I can't even sit here and be like, people don't wear those down here, because I actually, where I live, there are actually a pretty good amount of people who wear them, just for fun, not even going to the rodeo or anything. Barbecue is a good answer. I saw Linwood's answer, but no, it's queso. It's queso. Do I own boots? Yes, I do, but I do not wear them, because I, sir, or I, ma'am, am not a person who's I don't know. I just don't like boots. I was in plumbing and I had to wear boots like all the fucking time, like steel toes too, and they were heavy. So I do not appreciate big boots anymore. I like some light NMDs or some really light shoes. NMDs though are my shoes. Queso and jalapeno stuffed bell peppers. No, I'm putting some ground beef in there though. It will have some peppers in there, but it's not to like spice it up or anything. It's literally just to give it flavor. But now there'll be some ground beef and shit. Do I have dress-up cowboy boots? No, I do not. I'm not that Texan. Bolo tie? No, sir, I do not have a bolo tie. Teach us about your culture? Just fucking watch a YouTube video. I bet there's a video that just makes fun of Texans in like every state, honestly. There's got to be. How many machine guns do you own? Okay, that is a fair question. I won't lie to you guys. Like, people are always like, bro, America owns so many guns. I promise you that like 15% of them are all just in my state alone. It is actually crazy how many guns are owned here. Which I'm totally for. I think it's cool. As long as they're in the right hands, but I'm not joking. Like, when you meet someone here, no one just owns one gun here. Everyone owns at least like 5, like 3 to 5 at the very least. Some people way above that. I would say our more passive gun owners own at least 2. A Colt 45. No, all my guns are my uncle's, or they were my uncle's. He passed away. I didn't have to buy any guns because bro had so many. Lots of guns in the north too. They're just all illegal in the cities. Yeah. There's a lot of guns just everywhere in America. It's pretty crazy. Which, again, I think that's great. I think they just need to be worked on a little bit. Not the guns themselves. I think, like, the policies need to be tweaked. Like, it really shouldn't be that easy for someone to get a gun. Like, you should have to go through the right things. And it's not like that in every state. There's some states where it's pretty retarded. Also, people just need to have better checkups. Like, there need to be better, like, gun safety things and, like, regulations. Like, kids... Like, there was a kid a few years ago in my neighborhood. He grabbed one of his grandparents' guns and he shot himself. Didn't even realize what he was doing. Had no idea. He was a fucking baby, basically. And a really, really nice home, too. It's like, it wasn't like it was a bad neighborhood kind of thing. No, it was a great neighborhood. Just really horrible gun safety. Like, people just need to take that shit more serious. You lost them all in a boating accident? Wink, wink. You were about to say Tex-Mex. You got a belt buckle that you could turn over and use as a plate. Not anymore, but I used to, actually. When I was a youngin'. It's pretty popular to own belt buckles at a young age down here. It's pretty funny, though. Turn over and use as a plate. If you ever go to any of the Houston rodeos... if you ever like go to Houston during the rodeo time, you will not see a single person without like a cowboy hat or without a huge belt buckle. Like, it's pretty impressive. It's like a sigh of relief when you first see it. You just see like cowboy hats and a sea of turkey legs. It's like, oh wow, this is heaven. God is so real. The rodeo is like one of the greatest things ever. I haven't been in a couple years, but it's seriously one of the coolest things you could do in Texas. They have rodeos in other states though, right? They have that like whole, I think they go across like a bunch of the southern states. I put a stop in for Tesla at 5888. Insta sold all my shares. Damn, you just insta sold all of your shares here, Tobias? Now he's saying dump? Great. Now we gotta deal with Tobias being bearish on Tesla so he can buy more again. Watch, it comes out today. Elon sold some and like Tobias sold at the exact same time. You just wanted 588 and pushed 588. I mean, if that was your target, can't blame you. I'm already excited for the private streams next week. Oh my god, my dog's begging to get into my room. I remember going to Houston Rodeo with FFA back when I was... Damn, you were an FFA? I wasn't cool enough to be an FFA. I think if I went back in time, I would totally do FFA. That had to be the coolest thing I was never interested in. Cause yeah, I one of my best friends growing up, Caleb. I don't even know if we're friends anymore, but at that time, he was definitely my best friend. He was an FFA, and he got to be one of the people that was on the field in the rodeo, and he was like chasing cattle, and he ended up winning the whole damn thing. I was like, what? I was so hyped in my chair. Honestly, the coolest part of the rodeo is right after all the like animal stuff is finished, and then like the Zach Brown band comes out of nowhere and just starts killing it. Like, that shit's crazy. All the concerts that happen afterwards. I think that was the most impressive part of the rodeo for me. I was expecting the animal stuff, but it was pretty crazy whenever they like switched the whole venue around. It's like, bam, it's a concert now. But yeah, can't go wrong with Southern traditions, that's for sure. These rumor Elon buying out Liverpool Football Club. Wait, is he actually? There's actually rumors for that? Bro, if he bought Liverpool, that would be crazy. Yo, thank you, Cody. Thank you for being in here. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling now. Sorry, guys. I probably should have warned everybody. I don't even remember the last time I mentioned the stock chart. We're just having a good time talking about all kinds of stuff. I'm also trying to keep track of Discord and YouTube at the same time. Make sure nobody goes unnoticed. I'm laughing so hard. It was like Keith, Whitley, and George Strait when I was in school. Dude, yeah, George Strait. Whew. Bro, country music slaps when you're there in person. Like, putting it in your ears, like, with an iPod, it's like, ah, it's alright. Like, it's mid. Go to the concert, though? Oh, my God. Is that sinful? Is that the sinful? I saw your mic unmuted. I know you got powers in here. Son of a bitch. He just like unmuted for half a second. Sinful's been to some pretty crazy concerts back in his day. You saw the King at A&M? Damn. Damn, where was it at A&M? Were y'all at like the stadium? Or the field? Dude, A&M is a legit crazy place if you've ever been to A&M. Bought back 10 shares but so annoyed. The hell? Last June? Oh, nice. He said Hurt and Sinful went to Woodstock. Sinful says, I am Woodstock. In the stadium, it was massive. Ticket sale record. Damn. Yeah, I've had friends go to A&M, so I visited there a lot, but I only went to one football game there, and it was one of the coolest experiences, because I'd never been to college, like me going to college, but I've been to colleges just to, like, be there for friends, and A&M is different. Like, it looks like some fake city that was, like, designed, like, by, like, I don't know, like, rich people, or, like, royalty. Like, that, the buildings there are crazy. Just, like, walking around and everything, it's so castle-like. A&M is huge, and they have oodles of money. They have so much money, they don't know what to do with it, so they just build more buildings. It's a very crazy place to just walk around. I got like 30,000 steps that day, and I don't even think I saw most of the campus. What's up, Sinful? When do you gotta head out? When do you got a dip set? I'll probably end before that, so I can talk to you for a minute. And yeah, I was seeing if we were gonna get over here. I was saying, can we get our third bearish retest for the day? They gave you a little bit of a move into the low, but no follow up yet. But if we end up rejecting this 591, there's a very good chance that we do go through the 590s today. I know I was kind of mentioning that this could be our low of day, but that was if we had retaken anything, but we didn't. We just went up here, made a high, a lower high, and then pulled back down again into the low. So there is that possibility we see under 590 today. Yeah, the only thing I saw at the A&M Stadium was it was LSU and A&M playing. And I went because I thought I was going to get to see Leonard Fournette play when he was still in college, and he apparently didn't even travel with the team, so I didn't even get to see him play. But it was still crazy watching a college game in person. Those are actually nuts. The drinking rules kind of freaked me out at first, though. They were like, oh yeah, you can't drink in there. You got to drink it all right here. I'm like, what? Oxy looking juicy for calls if they break and hold 52. Oh, let me re-add Oxy to my list. I'll go to my other screen. I think I was taking a break from them. Sorry, I was just checking CLNE for a second. It's kind of nice seeing that have a green day for once. Man, today was a good stream, if I do say so myself. I got a good trade in. We called out a second trade. We went over all kinds of different things in between. And kind of when we felt like it was getting boring, we would go over some stuff or just sit here and go over just random shit for fun. I would say the first 90 minutes of today was a very productive stream. Everything else after this just kind of been us chilling. We went over a couple things, but nothing super crazy. But yeah, does anybody have any questions before I end today's stream? We're kind of getting into that lunchtime of the day. Kind of already were into it, but now we're definitely in it. But does anybody have any questions or anything before I move on? I always like to kind of leave the last part of the stream open for questions, just anything, because I know some people want to work on stuff, but that's why I try to go over stuff during the stream. If you're ever actually paying attention, I go over everything I can. That's actually happening. I try not to go over things that aren't actually on our screen. What is this song? No way I'm making you guys listen to this. I like how I had non-copyright music playing and then it took me to a copyrighted playlist. Make that one make sense. That was weird how they did that. Alright, let's see if we have any questions. Trying to look back. What is the 587.53 level? And yeah, we didn't use it today, but I think that's... Oh, it looks like this stays open. So, 2 days ago. I think I just left it, Carter, because we had a halfway point here from a few days ago, and then this one, and I just deleted both. So I said, you know what? Instead of deleting everything, let me at least add this stays open. I think that's all I did. And I've been trying my best not to edit too much off stream. Most of the time I do edit these levels towards the beginning or end of stream to kind of show what's changed, if any. But I think I did add this last night when I was just chilling. But I think it's because I deleted 2 halfway points and I was like, dude, this chart's fucking clustered. So I think I deleted those and I just added that because it was a good level. No problem. Good question. Because yeah, that's not a traditional level. So I'm not going to try to sit here and be like, oh, you should have that. No. But I do try my best to share what I changed, what I add. And if I don't show it on stream, I try to show you on stream what I did change. Because that could definitely be annoying when you're trying to, like, match my levels. And then it's like, fuck, why am I always off? And it's because I'm probably sitting here messing with them all the time. But Salesforce looks like shit. I'm bullish on Salesforce too, but it is in a bad spot right now. No, I agree. I agree, Sir Tobias. Yo, Tobias, what time is it right now where you are? Are you 12 hours ahead of me? Or 9? Never mind. He's neither of those numbers ahead of me. So you're 7 hours ahead of me. Bro, Europe is weird. In my head, you were farther than that. No, I'm not East Coast. I am Central. It is currently 11:11 a.m. for me right now. 11:11. I repeat, it is 11:11. I don't know why I thought you were farther than that. Yeah, we're like 7 hours apart from each other. I used to be... I see why I thought you were farther is because I used to have a friend in the UK and I could have swore we were only like 6 or 7 or 8 hours apart. But that's why I thought you were more. And then I had a friend in the Middle East and he was like 11 hours, 10 hours ahead most of the time. And then I had a friend in Ukraine, or he was in Russia, but he moved to Ukraine. Thank God. And he was like, it was weird. It was like 14, 15. And then when the time changed, it'd be like 16, 17 or something. It was really weird. Yeah, time zones actually suck. Some of them don't make sense. I've already explained how some of them are weird here, but like there's a few ones that just do not make sense. Like whoever came up with all that, man, I really feel bad. Yeah, that's what I mean is like the daylight savings. Like why doesn't anything align? Like time should be black and white. It should be very simple. It should not be like, well, if you're here at this time of the day at this Latin long, it's actually an hour ahead of what it normally blah 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 blah. It's like, what? Bro, is it 12 or not? Like, damn. Now, time is weird. I did okay trading SPX, but kind of sucks when I trade SPY. Am I biased? Between the two, I pick out of the money SPX over at the money SPY. Yeah, I would say it's because you're trading them differently. I trade out of the money SPY the same way I would SPX. But I grab different expiration. Like when I scalped this morning, I grabbed Friday. I didn't grab a today or a tomorrow. Who did I take that from? Someone's been doing 1 DTEs in here. Who is that? I kind of took the idea from whoever that is. I just added extra days to it because I didn't feel like waiting. Was it Dr. J I took that from, or Mikey? Or someone. I took that from someone in here. Someone in here is testing 1 DTEs like crazy. Or is it Alst? That's who it is. It's ALST. That's who it is. Took me a second. He said me because Fidelity hates me. Or maybe it was Riak. You're all the same to me now because you're all just a bunch of badasses. Like, before it was kind of easy to separate some of you because it was like, alright, this guy's kind of a beginner. It's like, alright, this guy's kind of a badass. But I genuinely, like, all of you are kind of badass now. I'm just kidding, Riak. You're so much more badass, dude. You guys haven't got to see what Riak looks like. I have. This man could be a celebrity. He looks like a famous person that isn't famous. Like, you know how Pete Davidson looks like someone who's famous that shouldn't be famous? You're like the opposite. You look like you should be famous. I have the same vibe for, like, Jay. If you guys know who Hidden Land is, Jay looks like someone who's famous. I just can't do same days on there. It's okay. Same days aren't a great thing to just do over and over. If you can get a good entry, you shouldn't have to worry about it. It's all about the entry. Get a good entry, you shouldn't have to sweat anything else. Also, managing it, you know. What is this song? Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Man, non-copyright music sucks. I still can't find something to, like, to get me by. I'm waiting for the day for someone to save me. We just need a really good, famous artist to message us and be like, hey, man, I'll hook you up. And be like, bet. And then just play their music all the time. And we'll never worry about being copyright striked again. Which, I've never gotten a strike, but they could mute your audio, and it's kind of annoying. Best compliment ever. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't trying to make it sound like a bad one. I really meant it. Like, you look like a famous person. My trading view chart always delays 2 seconds compared to other brokers. Does anyone have the same experience? Yeah, can someone answer Mikey? Because I don't use TradingView enough to even be able to answer that. But I know some of you do. Big booty mix or lost king mixes? What the hell is that? I need you have to look it up. If it's DMCA or has copyrights on it, then I can't. But if it's not, then yeah, I can play whatever. It's not that I'll get a copyright strike. It's that, like, I like my streams enough for other people to go back and watch them. Because I tell most people, like, yeah, go back and watch. Like today, I'll tell people the first 90 minutes of the stream, please go watch. But everything after that, it's just me goofing off. You know? So, I want people to go back and watch it. And if I'm playing music like that, the audio will be muted by YouTube. Which is stupid. And if you don't know if something's copyright strike or not, just link me and I'll see it. I have a pretty good eye for it now. At first, though, it's kind of hard to see what was and what wasn't, because it's not really plain and simple. Not everybody tags credit for what they're listening to. I don't even do it. I'm part of the problem. Pretty nice base building here, but as we can tell, it's all for naught. There's a lot of room they have to take. So even if they move up $2.50 from here, we're still looking at a potential bearish retest. But it's a good sign of life to show that more selling isn't happening just right out the gate. Come here, Faith. I swear she only comes to my room to check up on me. I'm kind of bored looking at this chart. So let's do this. Oh, that's already connected. Okay. Let's check out some daily time frames. And some of my charts levels might be off because I'm not on the right drawing set, but it's okay. Not really staring at that, more or less just staring at the past few days and some of the price action structure and just what candlesticks are where. So I'm just going to be staring at that. Oh, coin. Ouch. What the hell? Coin calls? Coin calls? Like that. I would be looking at the levels here. It's for day trading probably. Good lower high on Amazon. It's like, actually that's the second lower high. Interesting. Potential lower high on Meta. Wait, I didn't even properly actually look at Tesla. I was just like, yep, it's down. Okay, so it's just kind of where it went down to. That I don't know why I drew that level there. Whatever. Man, I've been wanting to trade Netflix, but I'm glad I didn't, because that would have pissed me off, being in, like, puts, and then it just does that. Oh, God, that would have hurt more. There's nothing worse than, like, being wrong sucks, but what's worse is when you're right and it doesn't work out. Like, at the same time. It's actually the worst feeling. You know, because of, like, decay, or something wasn't in a timely manner, or just, you just didn't do it at the right time. It just sucks. Like, I always call those the Michael Burry trades, because you get in, and yes, you were right, but you probably got in too early or too late, and it's just like, bro, what? Like, I was really wanting to short this yesterday, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. What was the other one I was looking at yesterday that I was wanting to short, but then I didn't? It was Hems. How did Hems do today? Okay. This was the other one that I wanted to short. Yeah, market opening up like that just really made it awkward for everything. Alright, back to my list. Where was I at? I think I got to here and then I stopped. Just a lot of like settling charts or something, like getting its balancing or like getting its footing. That's how I see a lot of these charts right now. Poor Nike, just as you were starting to base out again. This will be a banger. Don't forget Nike. Even if we do move down, it's gonna be a good play in the future. Intel, you could forget about that one. Sophie's a pretty crazy one too, because if this does dip down again, it's going to give a lot of people a really good opportunity to trade a really good ticker. If this comes down below 10 ever again, I'm excited thinking about it. Shout out to Sinful. Could be a bearish trade on Carvana soon again with how much just pressure they've had to the downside recently. It's nice to see some positivity finally. UPST probably coming down because of rates coming down, fear of rates coming down. So UPST is pretty much directly connected to them. So this could come down a little bit more and then start to pick back up again over time. This could be another good trade in the future too. But shout out to Leland. That was a big Leland play from back in the day. To Leland, Lee of the land. Poor Adobe. And yeah, see here, I was liking CRM now that we're getting to it. I was liking it too, but all we've done is just lose support. I mean, this day did nothing. This day just lost support, but we're still holding demand, so it's pretty crucial. The exact level is 323.65. Where is my watch list? TradingView uses SIBO unless you pay for data. Do they have to pay for data for SIBO on TradingView? You're earning channel points. Shut up, dude. I wish... Oh, SIBO is free? I wish we had channel points, Adam. Dude, that's like part of why I wanted to go to Twitch. Because like we could do like a whole currency thing on there for y'all. It's not real money. It's just channel points. But you could have like polls going. You could have all kinds of shit on Twitch. It's so cool. YouTube is so basic compared to Twitch. Yeah, and Twitch has marbles. I don't have to like... I mean, we figured it out with how to do it on Twitch, but like, there's so much more shit you can do. Like, that marbles is like level 1. You know, there's so much cool stuff you can do on Twitch that is not integrated onto YouTube streaming. I'm earning them now while watching you. Bro, I wish y'all had channel points. How did you feel this morning? I'm going to end that poll. Make sure to vote. It looks like a little over half of you felt in control. A few of you felt lost. Some of you felt unprepared but okay. Meaning like you probably weren't ready, but since you've been doing this for a bit, you probably were able to adjust just off the rip, but you probably just still didn't have a great day. And then the bottom was I'm the best, meaning you probably just destroyed it on all fronts. So I'm going to end that poll. Oh, you're streaming right now. I see. Let's see what this dipshit's doing. All right, back to charting. Where was I? CRM, RTX. I was saying this looks good to come down over time, but really scary if it doesn't break 11340s, because that's that bottom red level right there that's above. But that's like, once that breaks, it's gone. Just try to see if anything else just sticks out. I don't really see nothing. I mean, there's a few setups that we liked, but it's the middle of the day, so I don't think I'm going to see anything that's like concrete. But it's also just nice to get awareness on like what the hell happened across the market. Dude, I was going to grab puts on this. We might grab puts on this today. I didn't do it yesterday. I might do it today. So keep that in the back of your head. MNST, potentially shorting this tonight. Not sure yet, though. Kind of need to see the day close out a little bit better than that. Triple M, MPC. Man, I'm glad I did not swing yesterday. There were a lot of setups that were too good to be true type deal. ABBV to the downside doesn't look too bad. I just hate to be that guy that's like, yo, short this healthcare ticker, because it's like, the whole sector does this. So that one's a little risky. I still like the other one more than that one. Okay, I think we're getting into those tickers you guys were sharing with me the other day. Damn, Oxy just did a grind up move into that high. That's actually pretty powerful. It's just one of those trends where it does red, green, red, green, red, green over and over and over, but it's on this just fat high or low trend. Like it's clearly a bullish trend, at least from the low. But as you can see, they are approaching a pretty important resistance here. Whoever said Oxy, good job. Definitely post that whenever you're looking at that. And yeah, your Starbucks is looking a lot better, Maddie. Like, what is this song we're listening to right now? No way somebody sat there and made this beat. There's no way. Spy made a new low day. Hold up, we'll check it out here in a second. It's just like you're telling me to look at it, but like I don't look at the yields. I don't look at the bonds. Oh wow, they bounced that quick. What even is the 10-year? Wow, dude, sick chart. How many times is it to tell you that that's not TNX on Thinkorswim for me? Fuck me, dude. I don't think this is what you want. None of these are what you wanted, I don't think. This is a divided version of what you're looking for. This is like kind of the same thing, but it's not at the same time. It's not TNX though, I know that. I mean, it says the name though, that's the crazy part. I don't know, maybe I just can't look at them. I don't know, I never look at that shit because everybody pretends they know what they're talking about when they're looking at them, but then they don't actually take a trade based off of them, so it's like, so what's the point of looking at them? People will be like, bro, you're so dumb, you don't know how bonds work? Like, bro, you're dumb, you don't know how they work because you don't know how to trade them. But you want to act smart and pretend you do. I'm not talking about Tobias. I'm just saying, that's how most people act when you talk about bonds. It's like, but I don't need them to know direction on the market. Having the 10-year, the 5-year, the 2-year, the 1-year, the 30-year, like all that shit, it's just going to confuse you. Not you, I'm saying like, it's going to confuse me, so I'm just not going to use it. I understand when some of them are converging and diverging, it can give you bullish or bearish signals, but I just don't have it part of my preparation. The only thing I look at, man, like if you want to bring it up to me, is the dollar. The dollar is very important. I really don't look at anything else. This is the only like outside of market indicator I look at. And it's still, you know, connected to the market technically. It's just so pointless to look at all that shit. Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying it's just a lot to look at. I think I should redo my dollar chart. I think it's time to clean this bad boy up. Dude, the daily looks like a 5-minute chart. Not even joking. It's almost a joke to look at this on the daily now. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I think the main thing I'm concerned with in this chart is the supply of this high. So the top of the last move to the open of the last green candle before the dip down. That's what I just drew. And then let's extend it to 2027 because why not? That's what we need to be focused on. Is it going to keep holding this or not? And if so, this can apply bearish pressure to the equity market that all of us like to look at, right? So as long as this is holding this area, bears can still step in on the SPY chart, right? If we ever end up breaking this in the future, SPY's probably making all-time highs at that point. These are not perfect opposites of each other, but they definitely apply pressure, right? If this is breaking a significant, definitely impactful level, we will notice that on the equity market. We will see SPY skyrocket. Now, if they both start falling, that's when we start shitting our britches. Because that's going to be a very bad drop. Talking dollar, where's Daffy, quack, quack. Man, I've said 1,000 times in this stream, I have no idea where Daffy is, and I wish I did. Me or D-Touch have no idea. I've already said I assumed he's just taking care of his family and he's just busy doing shit. Because he, you know, he's a busy man. But I have no clue. I hope he's okay. I hope he's doing great. But I have no clue where he is. I hope he's okay too. Out of all the people that have randomly just gone AFK from chat, he's the one I want back. Yeah, he hasn't replied to anybody, Tobias. That's why I said D-Touch, because, like, if he hasn't talked to me or D-Touch, he's not going to reply to anybody. Like, me or D-Touch would be one of his first contacts, and he hasn't told either of us, so... He's probably just taking care of some real-life shit. So, we'll keep him in our thoughts, but... I wish him the best, but I'm not going to bug him anymore. Holy crap, this music sucks. People on Discord really don't have to... Man, I might as well just listen to white noise at this point. Like, holy... Some of this music is... I mean, I've complained about it for the longest time, but it's just baffling to me. Like, no way someone is sitting there making these beats. This has to be, like, AI generated crap. I have skipped through this entire hour and I cannot find a single song that I think even remotely sounds alright. Wait. Oh no, that one only sounded good because it was the closing of a song. Like, what is that? Alright, where are all the levels in this? Pretty far. Alright, and then I want to add the... Whoops. I want to add the high... Just for shits and giggles, I kind of want to just see how big this is. Oh my god, that's a huge zone. What the hell? I'm about to type in 2070. Alright. So at least we have like a range to watch this now. The first thing I see in chat is Adam saying, "Give it up, spy."
Why does it do this all the time? Am I the one that zooms it in? Oh, maybe I am. Thank you, Garden Trader. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm probably ending the stream soon. I was just seeing if anybody had any questions, but everybody seems to be good. And I was trying to catch up to some messages and DMs and all the shit in Discord. React. Alright, well, if we don't have any other questions, guys, I do appreciate all of the likes on the stream, the engagement, the conversations, everything. Again, just to kind of remind anybody who might have been tuning in a little late, the first 90 minutes of the stream is definitely replayable. The rest of it is honestly us just chilling here, going over just kind of just goofy stuff. I think there was some minimal, educational conversation in there, but first 90 minutes of the day is definitely, rewatchable content. Everything else I think was just us goofing off. But yeah, thank you guys again for everything. The likes, everything, the conversations. I appreciate the questions. Some of you guys are good at asking questions. I know some of you just ask them to so we can talk about stuff for other people. So I appreciate you guys being nice and not victimizing anybody or, us, bullying anybody. It is nice to just kind of go over things, even if we know we already have gone over it before. It's okay, but it's just nice to go over things that a few of us might be struggling with, but it's also just good to go over things that are actually happening in the moment, like today. We didn't just go over emerging candles and all this other stuff. We went over what actually happened today, so it's good to kind of get that into your system and feel that, because then you can kind of get a good feel for what it should feel like to trade, to actually prepare beforehand, to actually get into the moment and to actually take a trade, or not. Sometimes the decision to not trade. And then afterwards, reviewing, getting that after effect in as well. So not just the before, not just the live trading, but the after as well. So really the full process. Of course, SPY's wanting to move as we're trying to end the stream here, but nice end of day move could occur where we get a nice downwards move, and then towards power hour, we could get a dip and a reversal back up. That wouldn't really be surprising. But good stuff today, guys. Glad we got to catch a trade in the stream. We also covered a second trade that you could have taken. We didn't take the second one. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on, and have a good rest of your day.